Welcome to Superchat. Whether you're working on your first 1,000, 2,000, or even 10,000 subscribers and beyond, you've come to the right place. We're going to introduce you to some of the most influential content creators that can help to get your channel moving beyond your first 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. So, happy birthday, Scratch and Pete PA. And he is a shining jewel in the Superchat family for anybody that doesn't already know this incredibly supportive creator. So much so that after almost 6 years on YouTube, I can tell you he is one of the most supportive people I've ever seen in every way that we typically talk about on YouTube, and so much further beyond. If you can imagine somebody who would support anybody else over 500 times, probably approaching 1,000 between myself and my close connections. It is overwhelming. So, yeah, Scratch and PPA, happy birthday to you. I know a lot of people will be excited to wish happy birthday to Scratch and PPA. He runs a special channel that does lottery ticket scratching, but he puts an interesting twist on that genre by pitting a couple of lottery scratch tickets against each other, and we get to vote on the content of next week's video if we follow Scratch and PPA on Instagram, Twitter, and or Facebook, which of course I do. So it sets his series apart, makes it unique, and a lot of fun to be a part of. We'll talk more about his content in a moment. But hopefully everybody will connect with him if you haven't already. We'd love to push him towards the 1,600 subscribers he's thinking about now. You knew, thank you for the super chat, by the way. I really do appreciate that to get us started. I will put that channel up before we start spinning the wheel for that reason. Holly's Adventures has just come in. I put them on the wheel. Anne-Marie Love XX is always first in the door. I don't know how you do it. Cali King 916 from Sacramento, California. The Hillbilly Chicken Ranch. Susan is in the house. My Flock is everywhere. And Frazball Collects is also in the house from the UK. So thank you for being here. We always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. And super chatters get put on the screen in order right away. But the wheel and the screen are open to everybody, and we expect to be here for anywhere from 2 to 3 hours. Lots of time to put lots of channels on the screen. The key to getting up the list and onto the wheel as fast as possible is engagement here in the chat for anybody that's brand new. The more you conversate with other creators, I have a robot in the background, the faster you'll get up the list. Dutchfly61 is in the house. And Big Dude, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in for the first time. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to other creators in the chat, and everybody is going to be willing to connect as long as you take your time, meet people one by one, and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. Deborah's Journey is in the house, and Growing What I Eat just dropped a super chat, so thank you for that. We will put that channel, Growing What I Eat, up right after You Knew. MLW Fishing Man, good to see you in the house. I don't know how you do it either. That is another channel that, I'm out as much as I can supporting everybody. But, of course, our time is limited. Everybody's got, there's 50 million channels on YouTube. There's 2 billion monthly active users or something like that. That's 2 billion different schedules, different amounts of time people can support each other. Now, as long as everybody's doing as much as we can for each other, everybody's okay. But there are some creators that I see out there, and they just seem to be everywhere all the time. Scratch and PPA is the reason I use those words to describe a lot of creators, but MLW Fishing Man is just everywhere. And it's wonderful because I hear good things about them from others talking about how supportive they are when I'm in there, when I catch them in other people's live streams and premieres and things like that. Holly's Adventures is dropping a super chat as well, so put your channel up right after Growing What I Eat. Thank you for that extra generous support to get us started for today. I see we've got quite an overwhelming beginning, so thank you everybody for coming in, especially on short notice. CV Baseball Card Collectors in the house. Cole Waltz, good to see you. It's been a while. Dark Swordsman Gaming is here. And I think we have a brand new channel in the chat as well. Eccentrically Mindful Para Investigations. Good to see you here. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. And again, our instructions are always in our video description. Goswina Pathias, good to see you here. I know I ran into you earlier today in another live stream. Growing What I Eat is up after you knew. Jedi Cameron's in the house. Lisa's Fun Finds is here with Little Ridge Farm. And Mark the Shark, my dear friend, forgive me, because I promise you I know my speeches. If you Mark the Shark's known me long enough, but for anybody that's known me long enough here, I give these speeches about things I plan to do, and it becomes months, if not years, before they get done. I have your second hat. Mark the Shark sent me a hat. He sent me another hat. I've got it in the box. I haven't opened it yet because I insist I'm going to do a Happy Mail video. It's going to be any moment now. I've got it in hand. But thank you for that. I'm looking forward to making sure that that gets seen as well. Mike's Computer Tips, good to see you in the house. Natalie Nicole's ASMR is a long-time friend. Nez Lovers here. Odyssey Gaming, good to have you in the house. Paul's Green Space is with us. The Life of Sweet Angel Christina is here. And Tim Sweeney YT. I think it's been a little while, and I'm not unsure if this can't be your first time here, but forgive me if I'm wrong about that, because I recognize the name, and I think it's been a long time. And then She Stole My Thunders in the house. That's another fellow Canadian who happens to be a member. So we'll get them onto the wheel right now. And Lazy Days Ahead with Jesse and Lisa may have just renewed a membership. Sometimes what you'll find is that you might be live and or running a premiere, and you'll get these notifications that somebody's become a member. They're actually already a member, and it's just rolling over. It just happens to be that moment a month ago was the last time. Memberships are typically a monthly subscription. So thank you for that. Lazy Days Ahead with Jesse and Lisa. I ran into them earlier today with Procrastination Thursday with Rambling with the Brooms. What the Flock, good to see you back in the house as well. I ran into them earlier also. The reason why I keep telling these stories is so that you understand how supportive everybody is while I'm talking about them here. Together We Break Chains Production, good to see you in the house. Thank you for being here. And hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. Mom of 4 boys is here again. They're here with us just about every single day. And again, we're wishing a happy birthday to Scratch and Pete PA. He is a shining jewel in the Tuber Chat family, to say the least. If I've missed anything that anybody has mentioned in the chat, like a question or a comment that you meant specifically for me to see, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up, or mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow, and that should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. Wayne's World Unlimited is just mentioning something very important, and I really should be talking about this more, but they are just mentioning they took the advice. I was talking the other day about backing up videos, backing up channels. You know, disaster can strike for a lot of different reasons, and no pun intended there when I say the word strike, right? But one of the things that we really wish for is that if somebody had disaster and had to reset and restart, that it would be as easy as possible. And I have been fortunate enough to be able to help with that at least once with an entire channel backup. But, you know, I know things like hard drives are expensive. I know not everybody's got the room on their phones or on their tablets or laptops and things like that to be able to keep every video. But in the background of YouTube, in your YouTube studio, especially on a laptop or a desktop, like any computer of any kind, you'll be able to download your videos. They come out at 720p, and what that means is if you had videos that were, like, let's say filmed at 4K or 1080, this is a lower quality. It's a lower file size. You wouldn't think that that was ideal, but again, if your channel got destroyed, or, you know, God knows like what can happen between strikes and, you know, false positives, YouTube likes to say, and other disasters, it would be nice that if you were going to restart, you could just start firing videos up right away. So I'll give you an idea of what I would do if I was in that situation, because I do think about it. And like I said, I've seen a channel go down. TWTTV, good to see you in the house. Was Hell, good to have you in the house. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right, by the way. And then So a long time ago, I saw, it's a couple years now, but I saw a channel go down. The creator, you know, you have to take people at their word, but the creator was a friend. I haven't talked to them in a while, but they had not been watching their emails, apparently. They'd gotten 3 strikes in a row, and it was for copyright infringement, not a copyright claim, but they got strikes for copying other people's content and putting it up. And because they weren't getting the notifications, the only time that they mentioned it to me was after they got the 7-day notice where YouTube said, we're taking your channel down. Wayne's World Unlimited made a video about backing up, so that'll be helpful. I intend to do one at some point as well, but that's great that you've already got on top of that. And then, yeah, I know I'm kind of like flying off the handle here. Lazy days ahead. I don't know why. But thank you for that extra generous support with that super chat. I really do appreciate that. Lazy days ahead with Jesse and Lisa will come up right after the Gaming Ham for the super chat that they dropped earlier as well. So I'll try to speed through the rest of this speech, but it is important that we talk about it once in a while. Cruz and Koozies, good to have you here. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody. Freedom Redbird, good to have you in the house. So if you have a channel and God forbid it went down for any number of reasons, which is not common, it's 1 out of 10,000 or more, right? But if it did ever happen, what I would do is be ready with all your backed up videos. Put your channel back up with either a different name, or in the case of somebody like Scratch and PPA, I would call it Scratch and PPA Reloaded or something like that. And I would fire up all the things that you know that we've been talking about for a long time and all you've learned in your own YouTube journey, the advice you've gotten from all your friends. And I would fire up 1 video a day until you catch back up. You don't want to put them all up at once, because you're not helping the algorithm by doing that. You want some consistency. At the same time, I understand everybody would want their channel back up and running as fast as possible. So it's just an idea, but something to think about. The most important part of what we're talking about, though, and thank you for bringing it up again, was Wayne's World, was the idea of backing up your videos. YouTube makes it very easy. It could be time consuming if you have a couple of hundred. They've got easier ways of doing it, but Wayne's World has just made a video to let everybody know how they can get that done. So we'll look forward to seeing that when we get their channel up on the screen, hopefully at some point today. And like I said, we should be here for anywhere from 2 to 3 hours. It's me, Lori. Good to have you in the house. And forgive me if I've missed anybody in the chat. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. So again, we're talking about Scratch and PPA. And thank you, by the way, Lazy Days Ahead with Jesse and Lisa. So they're going to be up after a few more channels, but they have taken over our Stream Boss position as well with that extremely generous super chat. And that means that they'll get some extra exposure for a little while. The last person to knock the life out of the Stream Boss with a super chat or membership takes over, and that's what they have done. And then, Cliff Hefner, good to see you in the house. Let me get you onto the wheel. Little Ridge Farm, thank you for that super chat. I really do appreciate that. He's done that many times before. Don Ray B is here. Don Ray B, I saw something from you on Facebook, I think earlier today. And I didn't know whether that was a post that you had put out about something that you had reviewed. I just saw it in passing. I wasn't clicking on things and everything, but there was a knife review, and I was just curious. Don Ray B runs a homesteading channel, and I'm just curious if that's something that you featured on your channel that I didn't see. Shark Gaming Squad with Jory is in the house. They also happen to be a member. One of the things you'll notice, I think, is a lot of us who live stream start to scream at the camera. I don't mean to do that. I'm using a Razer Kaio, and let me try to show you this. It won't work very well because of the green screen, but I actually have the thing here. I plan to do a review of this very, very soon. So this is a Razer Kaio. It is a webcam with a ring light and a microphone all in one. And that's what I've been using for the longest time on Super Chat. But I find myself yelling at it. That's probably Lazy Days Ahead. Jesse's probably laughing right now, because that's why he's saying I need a drink. I'm working at warp speed here. And then Oh, corned beef and cabbage? Oh, yes, of course. What the flock for St. Patrick's Day. For those of you who observe or celebrate, it becomes quite a party, and it seems that most of the world turns Irish for that day. And we're looking at Scratch and Pete PA. So again, this creator is one of the most supportive that I've met in almost 6 years on YouTube, and he is a force to be reckoned with, especially when it comes to the idea of supporting other creators. And his channel is just, how do I say, he is able to accomplish things that I have not seen anybody else accomplish. And it would be way too long of a speech for me to go into every single detail, but if you become a part of Scratch and Pete PA's community, which I hope you will, you're going to see in his community, in his channel, in his live chats, just a very clean, a very fast-paced, very high-energy running chat. And I believe a lot of the reason for that is because of the support that he gives to other people. Coffee Walks and Whatever, good to see you here. Vanessa Angel Rose Designs and Adventures with Outdoor Eagle, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Kathy Payna, good to have you here as well. Again, hopefully I haven't missed anybody, but as long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. Jose Fantasticville is in the house. Thanks for the share, Wayne's World. So Scratch and Pete PA as well has presentation at the forefront of his mind. He is always had his video editing skills complemented ever since his very first production well over 2 years ago now. The Scratch Challenge series of videos that he's best known for has been rolling for well over 2 years as well. Now you'll notice his bright, beautiful avatar is matched by the thumbnails on every video, and then of course the banner that's updated every week as well. And this creator posts with perfect consistency every single Tuesday at 12:15 Eastern. And today is Scratch and Pete PA's birthday, so I hope everybody will join us in wishing him a happy birthday. And Michael's Adventures is another dear friend, also a good, like all of our moderators are dear friends of each other, actually, but Michael's Adventure sends his regards. He can't be here every single day, just due to a work schedule, but he always makes sure that I remember to let everybody know that he's thinking about us, and he'll be back on the weekend. I think he said he'll be here on Sunday. He might be working Saturday too. We will be back Saturday and Sunday. And let's start looking at some more channels. So one more time, happy birthday, Scratch and Pete PA. I hope it has been a good day. Thank you that much more for being here right now. And Allie's Crafts Pursuits, good to see you here. I caught them on a live stream. Literally, I think it was the last live stream I caught before Super Chat today. You knew, dropped a Super Chat on us just as we were starting. So thank you for that. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. They've done that countless times. I was lucky enough to catch them actually a couple of times recently as well. They do a lot of live streaming. You Knew has 1,500 subscribers. They're actually well working on the 1,600 that's going to be next for them. Mrs. Frazier, good to see you here. VS Speaks Royally is in the house, a longtime dear friend. They happen to be a member. We'll get them onto the wheel. And TCPA Buster, good to see you in the house. And Black Guns and Gardens, hopefully I said hello. Songbits Laura is here also. They are a member. We always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. But again, for anybody that's brand new today, it's open to everyone. We expect to be here for at least another 2 hours, if not 2.5. So lots of time to get lots of channels on the screen. The best way to get your channel on the screen the fastest is by conversating in the chat. I have a robot in the background that keeps track of how active everybody is. After a while, I'll add some names to the wheel from our chat list. Lisa J. Stocks is in the house. It's D is here. These are both members. And Paranormal Highway, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. Another brand new channel. And hopefully everybody are hopefully you're feeling welcome. Anybody that's here for the first time today, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators that will come through the chat. Everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat. If you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. And then Adventures with Outdoor Eagle, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. And yes, we will continue. So does pure variety on their channel. I'm just going to grab one of their latest videos right now. I can see I'm behind, but I usually catch them for live streams more than anything else. They're fully monetized, lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. And then Yunu is an incredibly supportive creator. Once you get there, especially for a live stream, they have StreamYard panels and things like that. The conversation can go just about anywhere. But they're always willing to encourage others to meet each other in the chat in a similar way to what we do here. Small Town Reviews, good to have you in the house. Butler Family Farm is also here. Just Jason Keto is in the house. We'll get them all onto the wheel. One of the things you might notice out in the YouTube streets these days, and Fanatic Guide, good to see you here, by the way. One of the things you might have noticed as well is that as soon as the time changes, and that's both in the fall and in the spring, the YouTube algorithm also seems to change. So I've noticed over the last few days that I'm seeing a lot of channels I haven't seen lately in my feed, like YouTube's kind of recommending and presenting them. Trolling on YouTube seems to be at its peak around February and March. I know it got pretty intense for a few creators over a little while. It's part of the game, unfortunately, and it's something that usually passes after a little while. And I find that the worst of the worst usually dissipates after about 2 weeks. But that's not set in stone. That's just something that I happen to observe. We talk about it once in a while. And then, so hopefully a lot of the time you'll notice that that kind of thing is not personal. Even when people start to get to know your first name, for instance, my name is Kevin. You might see somebody say Kevin's a scam artist and Kevin's a this and that and blah, blah, blah. It's the same story all the time, right? Usually it disappears after a couple weeks, although it can be intense. But sometimes even though they know your name, they're not actually talking about you. They just learned it while they were on your channel. They'll be off to the next channel in a minute, which is just as bad. But I just want to let everybody know, usually what we see, because I've been on YouTube for almost 6 years now, so for the last 5 years, what I've noticed is that it usually calms down, trolling in general, after the time change, and when the weather starts to get better in climates like where I am in Canada. I know that may not make sense the way I'm saying it. It might sound ridiculous. How can the weather have anything to do with this? But for some reason it just seems to be that way. So if you've noticed, things have been a little bit weird over the last couple of months. You might see a little more over the next couple of weeks while the algorithm kind of moves around like it usually does at this time of year. I'm not saying I'm right. I'm just saying that this is what I seem to observe. But if you observe the same thing, try not to think too much of it, and always give everything 2 weeks if you can to settle down. Rambling with the Brums, good to see you here. I was lucky enough to catch Scott for Procrastination Thursdays. He had Jesse and Lisa on there again. And you have to forgive me because I'm usually working. I was working and listening at the same time, so I'm not sure who else was with you. And I'm often like getting up from the computer and stuff like that. But I try to leave everybody running as long as I can when I'm doing that as well. And Oh, my dear goodness. All right, we're looking at Growing What I Eat. Thank you again for a super chat. I really do appreciate that. My speeches are way too long this time. I'm going to start moving through channels now. Growing What I Eat has 192 subscribers. They come to us again from the homesteading community of channels, where we actually have a lot of friends here in the Superchat family. And this can be anything from farming to ranching to gardening, everything in between. I group a lot of outdoor channels because a lot of the creators behind these channels seem to have an instinctive nature in wanting to share knowledge and resources with each other. There's another one, Black Guns and Gardens, right? They've been with us a while, but thank you for that super chat. And we'll get them ready to go also. You'll be up right after Little Ridge Farm for that super chat, so thank you for that. We always put super chatters on the screen right away in order. We put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. First Floor Audio, Lee is here from the UK also, and Coastal Water, I saw you sneak in there, so thank you for coming in. You know, I forget to do this every day now. See if our robots are doing what they're supposed to do. Growing What I Eat, I'm likely going to be behind with you. Let's see what we got going on in your videos here. I'm going to take the 10-minute one because these ones are a little bit shorter. I just want to give you the couple of watch minutes you're going to get for this, but I'm going to put that in my catch-up list. That's just a special playlist that I use to keep caught up with creators. Playlists can be a great tool for that. If anybody would like to swap playlists here in the chat right now with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Create with Becca, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. Wayne's World Unlimited, thank you for that super chat. I really do appreciate that. For that reason, you will have your channel put up right after Black Guns and Gardens, and then yes, hopefully I'm not missing too much in the chat. And my pleasure, Growing What I Eat. Thank you for the super chat. I really do appreciate that. Holly's Adventures is coming up next for the same reason. I really do appreciate this extra generous support to get us started for today. Holly's Adventures is another friend who's with us frequently. And with 354 subscribers now, we see this channel growing. She's got quite a few shorts videos. I'm just going to have a look at these. And you can see some of these are getting into the thousands of views, which is great. She recently went on a cruise and brought us some of that footage, but she often does a lot of video gameplay. Final Fantasy is the most prominent here. Now, hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with her. 354 subscribers right now. We'd love to push her towards the 400 that she's thinking about. But Holly's Adventures obviously is a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. The Adventures of Traveling Mike, good to see you in the house. Thank you for being here. GJ Journeys, I hope I said hello when you came in. I know you've been here while now. And then we'll get ready for our next channel. If anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up for this live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done. You don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. Sometimes you get into a premiere or a live stream, get captivated by the content or the conversation, and forget for a moment. That's why we give each other so many friendly reminders. Mitchie Boo is in the house. Thank you for being here. That's Mitchell and Dahl with a second channel. And Wayne's World Unlimited, yeah, getting into the flow of making videos consistently can be a tough thing, especially when life starts to get into the way. Even I struggle to keep up with my other channels, but I've spent the winter trying to get a few things, get the ducks in a row. And one of the ideas is we can batch process, right? Film 3 or 4 videos at a time if you can. Edit them all at once if you can. And always have 1 or 2 evergreen videos if it's appropriate for your channel. What that means is something that's going to be relevant today and be relevant years from now, so that you can put it up anytime, or even if it's just months from now. You can have a couple of videos ready to go, and then God forbid you get sick, or if you're going to take a vacation, or for some reason can't get a video done for a week or 2, you've got something in your channel sticks. Your channel's able to stay consistent. Holly's Adventures is dropping a super chat for Dark Swordsman Gaming. So thank you for that. That's an extremely generous thing to have done. I certainly appreciate it. I know they will as well. And we'll put their channel up next after Wayne's World Unlimited for that reason. We've still got Lazy Days Ahead, Little Ridge Farm, and Black Guns and Gardens to go. Right now we're looking at an interesting channel name, The Gaming Ham. This creator is an advocate for the ham radio community, but they also bring us a lot of video gameplay. We see that more in their live streams, but when we dig through here, we see they play a lot of the popular things like, I think, Marvel's Avengers. They've got Battlefield here. Mass Effect is their most prominent, and then they actually expanded into some 3D printing not too long ago. I'm going to show you their second channel now, the 3D Printing Wolf 1, and I'll just copy and paste that into the chat. You can copy and paste that out yourself or type it if you'd like to find them. The 3D Printing Wolf 1 is all one word, and 18 subscribers now, but this creator is bringing us 3D printing on a second channel. So Paranormal Highway, thank you so much for the super chat. I really do appreciate that. For that reason, your channel will go up right after Dark Swordsman Gaming. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. Just please keep in mind, for anybody that's brand new today, I know we've got a few new channels. We usually don't stream at this time, but you don't have to super chat. You don't have to be a member to get onto the wheel or the screen. We do speed things up as a bonus for anybody that does those things, but it's open to everybody, and we'll get through as many channels as we can in the next couple of hours. Fallen Arkansas Veterans is here. The Stock Explorer is here as a member and a moderator. Sometimes it's easier for me to copy and paste than fix my spelling mistakes when I'm typing too fast. Next up is going to be Lazy Days Ahead with Jesse and Lisa. So thank you one more time, The Gaming Ham. I really do appreciate that. He's done that countless times, as has Jesse and Lisa from Lazy Days Ahead. Extremely generous, loyal, and dedicated supporters. They've got an interesting project going on right now with Rambling with the Brooms, who's in the chat with us also. He happens to be a fellow Canadian, and he's dropping a super chat right now, actually. So thank you for that, Scott. I really do appreciate that. Absolutely unnecessary, but very much appreciated, of course. We'll put you up right after Paranormal Highway. That's a brand new channel in the chat. Kat Lynn, good to see you in the house, by the way. Thank you for being here. And then Lazy Days Ahead with Jesse and Lisa and Rambling with the Brooms have gotten together to put together a special cruise that's going to come up in August of 2025. It leaves from Seattle, and they're going to visit Alaska. What they're trying to do is book up about 100 rooms of YouTubers and supporters, and I think it's a really cool collaboration. Obviously, the chance of a lifetime, so you know, I don't know if there's any chance in the world that I can get there. It's not always just about money, right? It's, you know, we all have our schedules and things like that, and looking a couple of years into the future, I can see my family obligations tightening up a little bit, but if there's any way that I can get there, I will certainly be trying. I know a lot of people will. And, oh, thank you, Wayne's World Unlimited. Thank you for that. I really do appreciate your kind words. We're going to be looking at that channel in a moment because they also dropped a super chat on us. Ms. QT is in the building. Good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. I've got you on the wheel because you happen to be a member. Baron is also here, and they have renewed that membership, so thank you for that. Baron. Oh, sorry, that's a highlighted milestone message. I'm being silly there. Baron is here with us just about every single day. I'm going to get them onto the wheel also. They can be a tough channel to find, but when we search, find, and click on each other, especially with popular names, we're doing a great service for each other. Tina A. Wawarinding, I hope I'm pronouncing that right again. Tina A. Wawarinding. Good to see you in the house again. Thank you for coming in, Don Ray B. And thank you for the highlighted milestone message. You'll notice that those also knock life off of the stream boss. So Lazy Days Ahead with Jesse and Lisa had it for a moment there. But every Super Chat and membership knocks a little bit of life off of the stream boss under my camera here, this video game life meter. The last person to knock them out gets some extra exposure for a little while, but those free bonuses, which are those highlighted milestone messages, also work on the stream boss. Those are a free bonus for anybody who is a member on a channel where they are enabled. And, no, the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch is still on the wheel. Yeah, the wheel's filling up now. So, Lazy Days Ahead with Jesse and Lisa, for argument's sake, is another homesteading channel. Now, these creators actually do a lot of different things. I've been grouping them in with the homesteading channel. Let's say indoor kitchen type activities. They'll be making all kinds of different things. They put a lot of fun into their videos. They really have a good time together. Jesse from Lazy Days Ahead is known as the mod father. And pardon me, the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch, Scratchin' PPA luckily is catching that for me. I must have missed that. You might have dropped a super chat and I missed that a while ago. I'm going to put your channel up next before Little Ridge Farm. But forgive me for that. Luckily, Susan always says pleasant things when I'm in her live streams about me, so I'm sure she'll be very forgiving. Thank God for our friendships, right? Buddha of Destiny Namaste has been with Superchat almost from the beginning, well over 2.5 years now, so thank you for being here. And yes, the mod father is Jesse from Lazy Days Ahead, but you'll see Jesse and Lisa out. They actually just really went on a trip. Here they are. They've got a couple of videos that are talking about that trip, but I was seeing them. They were doing a bunch of live streams and everything else. I'm just going to take the latest video. I can see I'm behind. I've put that in my catch-up list just to help me try to get caught up a little bit. And I see Rock Chick Beauty coming in from the UK as well, so thank you for being here. Hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with Lazy Days Ahead with Jesse and Lisa. I know you will. They always have fun in their live streams and their videos. You'll find Jesse on all kinds of other live streams with StreamYard panels with other creators. And, you know, as the mod father, obviously he's built up a huge reputation as somebody who's a moderator on a lot of different channels. But he's somebody who also wants to help everybody. But it's always fun, always lighthearted, and always great conversation, whether you see him on his own channel with Lisa or whether you see him or them on other people's channels as well. They're in Houston, Texas as well. And First Floor Audio is dropping a super chat. Thank you for that, Lee. Absolutely unnecessary. Very much appreciated, of course. We'll get your channel up onto the screen after rambling with the brooms. And then Big Guinea Pig Love is in the house as well. Pardon me while I try to keep up here. And if I have missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or at mention Superchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. Phyllis Brown is in the house. She happens to be a member as well. So Lazy Days Ahead with Jesse and Lisa will bring you outdoors and indoors for live streams as well as videos. I'm just going to check their shorts out for a second here. They're starting to get some serious activity on some of these as well. So hopefully everybody will enjoy that, but I know you'll enjoy the support that comes back from them. Thank you again for your generous super chat. I really do appreciate that. And like I said, they've done that countless times. Absolutely unnecessary, but very much appreciated. The Hillbilly Chicken Ranch is Susan. Forgive me, I missed your super chat there. I don't know whether I caught it and said it and missed it or what happened, but luckily Scratchin' PPA is on the case, and I promise you, for anybody that hasn't heard me say it a million times, I make as many mistakes as anybody, maybe even more, but thank goodness that we have so many generous creators willing to help, and Scratchin' PPA catches a lot of what I mess up here. All that fluff and stuff, good to see you in the house. They're here from Australia. Corner Clubhouse Cobalt is an incredibly supportive creator. I run into them every day when I'm out trying to support other creators. The Hillbilly Chicken Ranch, like I keep saying, is Susan. This is somebody who does a lot of live streams, and I've been lucky to catch her a lot of different times. You'll notice that the name of a lot of the streams lately is Let's Be Friends, and she keeps changing up her thumbnails, but the idea behind this, she's got a lot going on. She will encourage and allow you to meet more friends and family members, as a lot of people here in the Tuber Chat family will, but she brings on other creators. She had a performer, forgive me for not catching the name, I was listening and working at the same time yesterday. She had somebody on bringing some music. She will always inspire in a spiritual way. She talks about positivity, but at the same time, self-sufficiency, preparedness, and togetherness, basically, with the community. And her shorts are starting to move, so hopefully we see that continue. And then when we get to her homepage, we'll see that she's got a lot of videos, a lot of delicious looking content, but she'll bring us a bit of variety in between the different recipes and things she does in the kitchen as well. So hopefully everybody will enjoy her, enjoy connecting with her. I know you will. She also does StreamYard panels and has a lot of different guests. The conversation can go anywhere when she gets that going. So let's look next at Little Ridge Farm, and thank you again, the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch, for your super chat. I really do appreciate that. Little Ridge Farm, that's Mark. Thank you for your super chat as well. I really do appreciate that. This is a creator that's got an interesting story behind their channel. Now, they're out supporting others like crazy. I run into them constantly, and their channel's moving. They're doing a lot, actually. First of all, they're supporting a lot of creators, but they're also contributing by hopping in on a lot of StreamYard panels and keeping conversation going in that way as well. They've got 632 subscribers right now, so on the road to 700. Little Ridge Farm is posting live stream shorts and videos. They give us a wonderful look at the home life behind the channel, but one of the stories that you'll find when you get here is that their house literally burned down this year, and they lost literally everything. I'm not kidding. Now, I've talked about it enough that I don't get choked up quite the same way that I did almost 6 months ago when I started talking about it, when I'd first learned about it. But it just speaks volumes about the character of the creator behind this channel, because I literally by accident caught them when you when you walk into a live stream that's already running and you hear a StreamYard panel going on, and he was having a conversation with somebody about it and saying like, hey, listen, man, it could have been worse. There's other people that have it off a lot worse than I do. And I just think that that's wonderful. When you get to know Mark a little bit, you'll see him on other channels, you see him in his content, you'll see that this creator has an interesting story, more so than what I'm talking about perseverance and tenacity in this creator. So we're going to get to follow along while they rebuild and recoup, and all the family stories that go along with that as well. But Little Ridge Farm continues to be out there, generously supporting all kinds of different creators. I run into them constantly. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them as well. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. And again, I'll say, if anybody would like to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you. And if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. And Mark, thank you one more time for your super chat. I really do appreciate that. Puppet Short Films is in the house, and Black Guns and Gardens is up on the screen right now. This is another creator that's going to help us with preparedness, self-sufficiency. This is, these are big topics that have come up over the last couple of years, especially when we look at what might be ahead, right? Not that I ever want to be a doomsdayer, not that we talk about political things here on Tuber Chat at all, but I like to think that the more information and opinion we get to hear and possibly contribute to and interact with, the better we're going to be able to be, because we'll make the right decisions for ourselves. But we have a lot of creators in the Tuber Chat family now willing to help each other through their content with lessons learned, both successes and failures, for things like what Black Guns and Gardens is going to talk to us about, like self-sufficiency, preparedness. They do a few different things. They've gotten into some product reviews lately, and then they're going to talk about their family's journey through self-sufficiency, gardening, prepping, aquaponics, and self-defense. They're on the road to 1,200 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther, and we find that they're incredibly supportive, because I run into them regularly supporting other creators as well. Unidentified S4 is in the house. I always have a great time at their channel. They're always talking about some of the political things that come up, and a lot of the unexplained as well, but they always have StreamYard panels, and it's always really engaging conversation. but they're a fantastic host, so I hope everybody will connect with them as well. And I always appreciate the wonderful way that you promote Tuber Chat, as well as what I see you do for other channels over there. That's Unidentified S4. So thank you one more time. And Wayne's World dropped a super chat on us, so thank you for that. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. Wayne's World Unlimited is a channel we're still getting to know, but they've got 301 subscribers right now. And I'm just going to dig through their videos here because they talked about, here it is. So they just put up a video talking about backing up your channel. It's just something we touched on the other day. Thank you for the super chat, Unidentified S4. Absolutely unnecessary, of course, but very much appreciated. For that reason, your channel will be up right after First Floor Audio. We always put Super Chatters on the screen right away in order. Members get added to the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat, but the wheel and the screen are open to everybody. I know we've got a few new channels coming through today, and we do every day, but especially right now, I know there's a good handful here. And if as long as you're active in the chat, we put as many channels on the screen in a 2.5 to 3 hour period as possible. We'll get to as many as we can, but the best way to get onto the wheel the fastest is by staying engaged. I have a robot in the background that keeps track of all that stuff. And then, Dylan's Chill 17, how do you get people to share your channel on the community tab? What I find more than anything else, if this is the way you're asking the question, hopefully I'm getting at what you mean right, but I basically preach all the time about the idea of giving much more to others than you expect to receive. Sharing on the community tab is the number1 thing that I'm thanked for as the host of Tuber Chat. Now, I do it now 8 to 10 times a day. And there's not enough community posts available in the world to be able to share out everybody now. But I try to spread it around between some of the most engaged and most supportive channels here in the Tuber Chat family, between hundreds and hundreds of channels. But that's just a hint. It's the number1 thing I'm thanked for. If you are sharing other people's content on your community tab, then you will likely find the favor being returned after a long period of time, or a short period of time rather. Now, one of the things that I want to mention though when I say that, some of the bigger YouTubers will talk about the idea of not abusing your community tab. Tuber Chat is a different kind of channel. We're here to promote channels and meet each other as friends, to support each other over the long term. It's different than when you have a channel like, let's say, a cooking channel or a gardening channel or a lottery ticket scratching channel where you're producing content for people to enjoy for either education or entertainment purposes, right? So it may not be appropriate to share on your community tab 8 to 10 times a day. You have to make the right decision for you. On my personal channel, I don't share as much nearly as I do here, but that's because I'm doing it so much here. So it makes it easy for me to kind of say that. So it's just ideas I just wanted to address. I don't know if that's exactly what you meant by how you get people to share, but I find the more you do for others, this is the truth. The more you do for others, the more they will do for you. And I promise you, there will be a day, this goes for everybody, when the things you do for other people are going to be done for you so generously that you could not have asked or imagined it in the very beginning when you started your YouTube journey. I Want to Know is in the house. Good to see you here. That was our featured channel from Tuesday. Thank you for being here. They happen to be a member. I'll put them on the wheel. And I know we've got a brand new channel in the chat. Canadian Family Life is here for the first time. So hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat. And if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members on your channel. If don't, you'll find some more friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. All that fluff and stuff. I'm not sure if there is a limit. I've thought about that. I thought about testing that. I usually set about 25 posts in advance, usually not more than that, because that's enough to get through 2.5 days for me. Like I said, I do it every 8 to 10 times a day, usually every 2 hours. Thank you, Unidentified S4, for that membership, by the way. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. I know we're rolling fast. If I've missed anything that you meant for me to see, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up. I'll try to catch it. And then you're making me laugh with the song lyrics in the chat. And Trish the Natural's in the house. It's good to see you here. Trish the Natural is incredibly supportive. She's with us almost every day. I'm going to get you onto the wheel. I'm just trying to catch up for a very quick second. Now, Wayne's World Unlimited, like I said, I'm still getting to know. They're an entertainment channel. They want to put a smile on our face with lots of different hobbies. You can read more about that on the About page. Now, I know this is a short video, but I'm going to put this in my catch-up list for today. Wayne's World Unlimited has been with us almost every day since finding us just a few weeks ago, actually. Home bartending with John. You know, I should have said it before you came in. I was going to say at the beginning of the stream. I'm going to mark the day on the calendar and just see if home bartending with John comes in. I think he's been here every single time since finding Tuber Chat many months ago now. I've even lost track of how many months it is. There's Get to the Farm. That's I Want to Know and Get to the Farm. So I featured I Want to Know on Tuesday, but I talk about those two channels together now because that's a husband and wife combo with separate channels. Huga Homestead, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And we got to get on to the next channel here. I've got a couple more to go through. Now, Holly's Adventure sent in a super chat for Dark Swordsman Gaming, who's another incredibly supportive channel, but I'm going to put that channel up right now. We looked at Holly's Adventures earlier. Dark Swordsman Gaming has 123 subscribers. I'm just going to grab your latest video from Final Fantasy. I'm going to put that in my catch-up list so that I can keep caught up. We see that they're doing some live streams as well. Hopefully I'll catch one of these again soon. It's been a couple of weeks almost already. But Dark Swordsman Gaming is another channel that's here with us almost every single day as well. Pardon me just for a second. I'll be right back. And Dark Swordsman Gaming, like I said, is here with us frequently, almost every day. We'd love to push them towards the 200 subscribers we know that they're thinking about. And I hope for everybody to get that support coming back to them as well. So thank you, Holly's Adventures, for that extra super chat. I really do appreciate the extra generous support. Paranormal Highway is a brand new channel for Tuber Chat today. So we're seeing them for the first time because they also dropped a super chat. So thank you for that. And again, you don't have to do that, but I do appreciate it, of course. We just want to put people up a little bit faster as a bonus, but it is open to everybody, and we still got about 2 hours to go if everybody would like to stay that long. Paranormal Highway is, almost 17,000 subscribers. So we're looking at them for the first time today. And I'm just going to grab one of their... let me see what I'm going to grab here. I'm just going to grab the first video that you've got on your page here. And I'm going to put this in my watch later list. Now, I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream, but what I'm going to do is take that video and I will, after the stream today, watch it in full. I will give you a meaningful, genuine comment related to that video. I'll give you a thumbs up, subscribe, and turn your notification bell on as I do for all creators. That should make our connection stick. And then hopefully you are also subscribed to Tuber Chat and have our notification bell on so you don't miss our further live streams. We are always here 3 or 4 times a week, but we mix up the days and times so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. I don't play videos while we live stream here ever. For a couple reasons. One, I don't want copyright strikes, but also because it would take too much time to. We want to get through as many channels as we can. But thank you for the super chat. I really do appreciate that. We're happy to get a chance to look at your channel. I'm looking forward to more of it. We've got quite a few channels in the paranormal genre here in Tuber Chat. So many so that I've actually been out on a few paranormal investigations myself with Huntophobia Canada and Reckless Adventure. So we'll be looking forward to seeing your channel again. Hopefully you're meeting a lot of friends and family members today. And then thank you, Catlin. Rambling with the Brooms is up right now. This is Scott. We talked about this channel briefly earlier. He dropped a super chat as well, so thank you for that, Scott. Again, he's done that countless times. 1,500 subscribers. He's a fellow Canadian. You can see some of the snow here in the background on some shorts videos because we're just exiting our winter season. Fingers crossed, of course. And Rambling with the Brooms comes about 6 or 8 hours away from where I typically am in Niagara Falls, Canada, and he's closer to our nation's capital, but he does everything from indoor to outdoor content, including hanging out in the Sugar Shack. We see some livestock there. There's Jesse from Lazy Days Ahead hanging out with Scott from Rambling with the Brooms right there. I'm just going to grab his latest video. I caught him for a live stream earlier today. He's got this series called Procrastination Thursdays. Here it is right here. And the conversation can go anywhere when you get over there. Now, he's got a few things here. These are live streams, but they've got thumbnails talking about that cruise that I was mentioning that they've got coming up. It's 2 years from now in August of 2025. Lots of time to prepare for that. And they're fully monetized here. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. And Paranormal Highway, I'm going to be looking forward to the first video that I've got from you and getting to know what you're going to do with your cartoon series. Traveler Bust is in the house. And, Unidentified S4. Are you close enough to me? Forgive me for not knowing. Are you Canadian? If you are, I didn't know. So forgive me for that all this time. But yeah, UFO Skywatch. Yeah, it'll be interesting, that's for sure. I went out with Huntophobia. He packed it in. So he did 2 paranormal investigations at once. And then we went out with Reckless Adventure for another, if I remember right. We did 3 altogether in 2 sessions. It was a while ago, but I've got a behind-the-scenes video on my personal channel about one of those as well. And it's really just me whining and complaining about walking through the darkness and everything else. But we survived. Spoiler alert. Rambling with the Brooms, Scott is also somebody who's built up quite a reputation as a moderator on lots of different channels. He's got some shorts, and some of these have really gotten into the thousands of views as well, which is great. So thank you one more time, Scott, my dear friend, for the super chat again. Absolutely unnecessary, very much appreciated. You'll often find Rambling with the Brooms and Lazy Days Ahead together because they're talking about that cruise. Like I said, we're going to look at Unidentified S4 in another moment, but First Floor Audio dropped a super chat on us as well, so thank you for that. And again, we put super chatters on the screen right away in order. Members get added to the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. We'll get to spinning very soon, and after a little while I will start adding names to our wheel from our chat list. Oh, there you go. Okay, so Unidentified S4 lives in New York City, so forgive me again for not knowing. Not too far, only about 9 hours away, because I'm actually right at the border, close to Niagara Falls. I'm literally, I think it's 15 minutes. We timed it from driveway to the Falls parking lot there. And then, all that fluff and stuff will be celebrating St. Patrick's Day before most of us, actually, in Australia. Born and raised in southern Ontario, but Canadian family life moved to New Brunswick about 11 years ago. That's interesting because I don't think we have a lot of creators here in the Superchat family from New Brunswick right now. Nova Scotia, yes, and other parts of Canada, but New Brunswick, I think I've only heard of 2 or 3 channels, actually, maybe in our family. I could be mistaken. It's already been close to 3 years, but it's interesting to know that. I love getting to know creators. Now, here's an example. First Floor Audio, somebody I've gotten to know over a little while. Now, Lee comes from the UK, and he's a talented music producer. He also wants to help people grow. He'll always encourage everybody to meet each other. But what you're going to find on his channel more than anything else are live streams. And during those, we get to interact and influence him while he produces music and performs. One of the things he's got is this series of live streams called Radio 1FA. All of his music is put into compilations that run as live streams, so we get an opportunity to hear the diverse talent in this creator. And what I'm talking about is the idea that Lee seems to be able to produce many types of different music, when I have found, and I used to work in the music industry, but I have found that most music producers usually stick to a genre or two. First Floor Audio is able to just come up with all kinds of things right off the cuff while he's performing and while the live stream's going on, and then he also has a lot of StreamYard panels, and all of his music's available as individual videos on the channel as well. He's fully monetized with super chats and memberships available when we get there, and we'd love to push him towards the 1100 subscribers we know he's thinking about. So thank you for a super chat again, Lee. I really do appreciate that. He's been doing that frequently lately. Absolutely unnecessary. Very much appreciated. Unidentified S4 from New York City. Thank you as well for your super chat. I really do appreciate that. Free Hanley Made AU, thank you for being here. Tales Told in the Dark is in the house. Thank you for coming in. Kat Lynn is going to do live streams with personal card readings, which is a really cool thing to be doing as well. I've thought about going to some of our friends who do tarot readings and oracle readings and things like that, and asking them about doing specific videos where the idea would be I might come to your channel, have you do a reading, or we would do it on StreamYard in the background, just record it, but then I would put it out. The idea is I have content now that you've given me, but that promotes your channel as well. So it's just an idea. I'm sure people are doing it all the time, but it's great that you are thinking about doing those. We've got a few friends you'll be able to connect with that do similar content, and a lot of them cross-promote each other as well. Everybody here pretty much cross-promotes each other. And then, yeah, so Canadian family life. Live streams can be different than videos, but you see all kinds of people doing them. And it's like everything else, like riding a bike, let's just say, right? You do it the first time, and then the second time's easier, the third time's easier. You know, some people end up making it look easy. You know, somebody like myself, I'm getting close to having done 1,000 live streams now, because I've done, as you can see, 540 of them here on this channel for hours at a time, and then many others. But a lot of creators are doing them all the time. Another way that I didn't think of, somebody, I'm never going to be able to remember who said this the other day, but somebody actually had a great idea. I wish I could remember now. And they said an idea to get into live streaming is to hop in on other people's StreamYard panels as practice. Because once you're in there, you get an idea of what it's like, and then you're not in control. Like, you don't have to worry about running the live stream and missing comments in the chat and things like that, because somebody else is looking after that. The other thing too is moderators really help, and you can use these chatbots that you see me using, like Nightbot, Streamlabs, StreamElements, and Bottissimo. They take a little bit of pressure off to help you. You know, I don't need the moderators to remind everybody to follow me on Twitter, because if anybody cares about Twitter, they'll notice the message from the robot, and it lets the moderators enjoy the stream a little bit more and be able to focus on the chat, so that, you know, if trolling or any of that other silliness comes up, they can handle it. Always gardening and prepping. Good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. Forgive my long speeches again today. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. As long as everybody is still active in the chat, we should get around to everybody. Stephanie G, good to see you here. Thank you for the share. And we're looking at Unidentified S4. So originally what you're going to see when you get to this channel to start with is a lot of talk about the unexplained. So the idea is, like, I would love to do a meetup at any time. I mean, what I mean by that is I would love to do a meetup at some point in the future. Unidentified S4 is from New York, only about 9 hours away from me, because we're both over on the east side here. But you can see that this channel is doing extremely well already with over 9,000 subscribers. Now, they're going to start with talk about a lot of unexplained things, like a UFO Skywatch would be an idea. But the conversation can go into just about anything. And they've got an engaged group of people that join them on their StreamYard panels. Every time you walk in there, the content is flowing, the conversation is flowing, the chat is really engaged. But this is an incredible host, too. A very dynamic host. You'll notice that when you get there. I'm just setting a notification here for what you've got up next. You can see they're fully monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. Just taking one of your videos and putting it in my catch-up list here. They've got some shorts videos, and of course some of these are into the tens of thousands of views, which is just great. And then you can see they're live streaming frequently, many times a week. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. Thank you again for the super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. And then, a first Xbox party with Yellow T-Shirt Dad this Saturday. Yeah, he's in the chat often as well. That's really a cool idea also. And then hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. It's time now to spin the wheel. So thank you. That was an overwhelming beginning of generosity to our live stream. Thank you for the super chats. I really do appreciate that. And Unidentified S4, you do a spectacular job on your channel. I really appreciate the shout outs that you give me when I'm there, but you know what I mean when I say it. You do a spectacular job, and I think people are going to take inspiration from that. It's wonderful when it's clear and concise and doesn't distract from the content as well. And Just Jason Keto is going to be the next channel we're going to look at. They're coming up in 3 minutes. All right, we're back, and we're looking at Just Jason Keto. Happy birthday to Scratch and Pete PA. He has been celebrating for today, and he is a shining jewel in the Superchat family, to say the least. If you haven't had an opportunity to wish him a happy birthday, I hope you will join us in doing that. Thank you, Puppet Short Films. I do appreciate every moment everybody can spend. Pardon me, because I just ran through the house. Just trying to spare you from listening to me huff and puff from going up and down a flight of stairs. I gotta start doing something about this. Just Jason Keto might be able to help, as a matter of fact. He's going to talk about healthy eating, healthy living, and as you can see from his banner, eat real food, lift heavy things. That can be a part of it as well, and hopefully thrive. So Just Jason Keto is another incredibly supportive creator that's here with us just about every day as well. Now, I featured this channel recently, and I feature a different channel every single day. Today's Scratch and Pete PA's channel is being featured again just because it's his birthday, and we happen to stream, on this day. His channel's been featured a couple of times because he's so unbelievably supportive here. Now, I feature a channel every single day based on impact and generosity that I see within the community. And Just Jason Keto is somebody who is always out supporting other creators and here with us frequently. Now, on their channel and their content, what they're going to do is help us with particularly a keto diet more than anything else. They've been doing a lot of interviews lately, and the conversation can start to go almost anywhere once they get involved, and you'll see that in a lot of their live streams lately. Now, hopefully I'll catch them for one, and they did invite me on panel, so hopefully we'll get a chance to do that soon. I'm going to start my work schedule again very quickly. The winter is slipping away fast. Just looking at the shorts videos here for a quick second. Yeah, they've got a few that have gotten into the thousands of views, right? And what I found most compelling, though, when featuring this channel is I went through a bunch of their content and see that what Just Jason Keto is going to do for us is not just talk about a keto diet itself and some of the products that we might find out there in the grocery stores, doing a lot of reviews lately too, but how to get more out of some of the things we already see, how to turn some meals into snacks, snacks into meals, how to kind of take some of the things that we can look at when it comes to keto diet products that are available and get the most out of them, or find new hacks in ways to get more out of some of the things that are out there, if that makes sense. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with him. Getting close to 700 subscribers now. I'll spin the wheel. We'll get another channel ready to go. And, I don't mention it enough, but I do appreciate every moment everybody can spend. Every single second that anybody watches, of course, is helping to push this content in the algorithm. This is why we continue to grow and have gotten to an really overwhelming level, which I appreciate greatly. But I know we've got a few friends that often come by and run the stream in the background. They might be working, or they might be, just hanging out, or on behalf of other channels, they might be coming to see what's happening here. So thumbs up to you, and thank you for that. I really do appreciate that. Freaka's Designs, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. And hopefully I haven't missed anybody. Ben, Sai, and Games, good to see you in the house. No, you don't have to have a StreamYard account to join other people's panels. They give you a special link. A lot of creators, after they start their panel, will just pin it in the chat. Some creators only send it out in the background if they want to do an invite-only thing. It cuts down on some of the spamming and some of the troll channels that end up coming in. When it comes to StreamYard panels, you'll have to forgive me because it's, I don't know how much sense it's going to make when I'm talking about it and not showing it. But if you look at the URL that StreamYard and some of the other services put out, it's not that people found your stream and decided to troll you. it's easy for any computer just to flip through the digits at the end of the StreamYard links, whether they're letters or numbers, and just randomly hop into whatever live stream their system happens to find. So a lot of that nonsense that we try to avoid comes randomly. It's not targeted. But I just wanted to mention that. But some creators will pin their links, and you could just hop in. Any browser, whether you're on a phone or a computer, will work. Six Bows is back. Good to see you here. Blue Chicken, good to have you in the house. Six Bows is back. Had me literally falling off my chair earlier today. She is a powerhouse of energy and positivity. She's super fun. And I was just happened to be hanging out in her live stream, but she keeps up with the chat no matter what she's going on. She might be indoors, she might be outdoors, she might be telling a story, she might be chilling, and she might be bouncing around. But when when I got her today, if you were to go and look, you'd have to write this down, but I'm looking for a way to share it out. But she had a live stream today, and right at the 60-minute mark, right at the 59 minutes, if you start watching 59 minutes into today's live stream from Six Bows is back, she does the best job of a commercial for Superchat that I've probably ever heard. It was so unbelievably funny, and I can't help but laugh just thinking about it. I had to go back and rewatch like twice just because it was so funny. But Six Bows is back, is incredibly supportive to everyone, so hopefully everybody will connect with her. We've got another new channel in the chat, and I'll just have a quick look. And hopefully you're feeling welcome. You'll have to forgive me. I'm not sure how I can pronounce the name of your channel, but if you'd like to let me know, there's a brand new channel that just came in. Then I'll be happy to shout it out for you. Jeremy D-Day, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. It was even a thought. He was supporting me on my personal channel and has been here all this time. You can imagine somebody supporting you still after 540 episodes, coming back as often as he can, as both Jeremy D-Day and JD Knight 7. 100 Proof Quilter, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And Butler Family Farm is up now with 729 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 800 that they're thinking about. Butler Family Farm comes to us from the homesteading community of channels, and they are also incredibly supportive. They've been here just about every day lately with Tuber Chat. They are in Missouri and have been for a while on a expansive property, if that makes sense, of 116 acres. So they are going to bring us a lot of farming and homesteading activities, including some livestock, cattle, goats, and several donkeys, horses, llamas, along with chickens. And then they take us through a lot of content as well, when they go bowling, or when they're doing some woodworking or fiber crafts in the house, blacksmithing, gardening, a little bit of travel, and everything in between. So a lot of variety on this channel. They've already done a great job of chopping up their content into some playlists as well. That can be beneficial for viewers wanting to binge watch. And then if anybody here would like to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Oh, I wondered about that. Six Bows is back. You I didn't know you were in Missouri. I was actually going to ask you in the chat today, but I just didn't bother like asking or whatever, because not that we want to be worried about what everybody else is going to think, but it can look a certain way when you start asking people like, hey, where exactly do you live, and stuff. It's fun to know, but I'll let everybody else ask and I'll just observe. But it's great to know that. And one of the things I like about putting channels on the screen here in Tuber Chat is that over time I get to know the channels over weeks and months by watching content and hanging out in live streams and watching videos. I get to know that content a little bit better. And then if you want to connect on the outside social networks, I'm always happy to get to know creators as well. And you can reach out to me on the other social networks if you'd like to. I'm on Instagram all the time, Facebook most of the time, and Twitter some of the time as well. I Want to Know is up right now. This is the last channel that we featured the other day on a live stream. They've been an incredibly supportive creator for a while. Now, they have a popular name for a channel, but they come up #1 in the search results for me. I think that's a combination of being active, having already over 300 subscribers, and the fact that I'm subscribed. But you just want to make sure that we match the avatar when we look for this channel and we see the search results, because your search results will usually be different than mine. Some of it is based on geographics. And then from Egypt, Abu Mufla, forgive me, I don't want to mispronounce that. If you don't mind, I'll just call you Abu, if that's okay. I certainly don't want to mispronounce that name in a way that I shouldn't. Mr. Timmy Ray the King, good to see you here. And the idea here behind Superchat is that we're all here to meet each other as friends with the intention of supporting each other as YouTubers over the course of our YouTube journey, regardless of our niches or the sizes of our channels. So if you're the kind of person who likes supporting others, you'll find lots of friends here for your channel. And if you read our video description, you'll be able to get an idea of exactly how that works. And then thank you, Mr. Timmy Ray the King, for the share. So I Want to Know is going to talk to us about the unexplained as well. Welcome to the No Zone. Space, science, and society, monsters, myth, and magic. You want to know, I want to know. And we can expect that kind of conversation on this channel, talking about a lot of the unexplained that's out there. But I see this channel out supporting others all the time. Now, recently I found out that Get to the Farm is the wife of I Want to Know. So I always think it's a very special thing when in real life family or friends are supporting each other in their different ventures, either online or offline. But here on YouTube, one of the biggest complaints that I've heard over the last 6 years is, why is it so difficult to get my in real life family or friends to support my YouTube channel when I can find people online who are willing to do it? And I just think it makes it that much more special when we have some of these husband and wife combos and other families or online, friends, in real life friends that are supporting each other in their YouTube journeys. So I just put a lot of focus on that. So Get to the Farm and I Want to Know. I don't know why it took me so long to pick up on that. They've got each other featured on their channels and things. 860 subscribers here for, pardon me, Get to the Farm. They're in southwest Montana and looking at various components of homesteading, gardening, cooking, preserving, fencing, building, livestock care, and much more. So hopefully everybody will enjoy the variety that we find there. I'm just going to grab another video from them. Let me just hit your videos page. And I'm going to grab your most popular video, 16,000 views on this, which is great. I'm just going to put this in my catch-up list. That'll just give me another piece of content to watch. And I will do that shortly. So I'll spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up on the screen. And so basically what we do here, Abu, is we, My Flock is Everywhere is going to come up on the screen right now. Over a period of time, I try to put as many channels onto the screen and the wheel as I possibly can. Members always get added to the wheel right away. And I've got quite a full wheel right now, so it might still be a long period of time. But after a while, the most engaged channels in the chat get added to the screen, and then we talk about them for a moment, promote them, I get to know them over time. But it can take a very long time. The magic here, though, is actually in meeting each other in the chat. When I put a channel on the screen, it doesn't make everybody go running to that channel. What might happen is a few people might go right away just because the story that I tell, like with My Flock is Everywhere, this is another creator that's incredibly supportive. And I see them out all the time supporting others. They're here in Tuber Chat frequently, but they're constantly out supporting other creators, particularly when it comes to the idea of the unexplained as well. Like I Want to Know and other creators like Unidentified S4, for instance. We start to see people crossing each other's paths, which is great, and I love seeing the friendships that are built between creators as well. My Flock is Everywhere has 512 subscribers right now. I'm hoping we can push them towards the 600 that they're thinking about. They've got quite a few shorts that are doing quite well also, so hopefully that continues. And they've done a live stream. This is a short one that they did the other day. Hopefully I'll catch you for one of these. If you're going to keep those up, I'm just going to keep another video of yours into my catch-up list, and that will give me a chance to keep caught up there as well. Now, hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. First Floor Audio, thank you for the time that you spent. I know it's later for you than it is for me by about 5 hours, so thank you for being here. Don Ray B's coming up next. Pedrosa Travel, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And Don Ray B has an interesting homesteading story as well. This literally was a dream come true for this particular creator, and now she uses her YouTube channel to bring us her homesteading adventures, but to try to inspire others to chase their dreams as well. For a lot of us, you know, we might be thinking about things we wish we could do in our lives, and some of those things may even take years. A lot of it, I believe, is built up in our minds more so than is necessarily true. You know, we might think to ourselves, and I'm talking about things like, you know, buying houses or moving or job selection and things like that. Pardon me just for a second here. I'll be right back. And then the J. Jordan, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. They were bowling again today. Multi-Hunter 247, good to see you here. Pardon me, I didn't realize I wasn't back yet. The J. Jordans in the house, they were bowling earlier. I'm going to get them onto the wheel because they happen to be a member. Pardon me while I just clean up my wheel a little bit here. Multi-Hunter 247's in the house. Shark Smith Angling is in the house as well. Thank you for being here. And the Bullock Experience is here with us. Thank you for being here again. And I can't help but laugh seeing Six Bows is back. She actually, it was nice of you. I didn't come over. I know you rated Swoop Like Me afterwards. I was kind of working, so I got back into work after. But Six Bows is back. Just had a fun live stream today. And I hope everybody, when you catch her channel, will go and see that. The J. Jordan took us out bowling again. It's not the first time. I've found them doing that many times, actually. The J. Jordan's all over the place. Now, forgive me, Don Ray B, like I said, it wants to inspire us to chase our dreams. Like I said, some of these things might be things that take years when we think about, you know, changing our entire lifestyle. But they've done it, and it's a dream come true for them. They share that story and their inspiration through their channel. 449 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 500 that they're thinking about. Thank you, Come Hither with Heather. I've got you on the wheel, I think, right? From Australia, yes. And she stole my thunder. I've got you on the wheel also. Thank you very much for the time that you spent. I know not everybody can be here for 3 hours every time we're here, so I do appreciate every moment everybody can spend. And then Really Haunted Places, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. That's actually a creator with 3 different channels. My right, is that USA Scratchers? Forgive me if I'm mistaken. And then Shanster Travels, good to see you here. They're here with, they're not here, they're on their channel doing live streams with Destination Fun. Many times I've seen them frequently. Parge Jen, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody. And Don Ray B is going to show us their successes and their failures when it comes to their new homesteading lifestyle. They've got some shorts videos that are now getting into the thousands of views as well, which is great. You can get their story on their About page. If anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up for this live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done. You don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Roadhog, forgive me. I may not have said hello to you earlier. I know you've been here a long time. I don't mean to miss anybody in the chat. Sometimes in the middle of my speeches and things, I notice a channel come in and I might forget to say hello. But Roadhog, I know you've been here for a while, so thank you for being here again. And there you go. Yes, Really Haunted Places is USA Scratchers. And I'll remember the name of the other one. I should know already off the top of my head. I'll remember when I look at one of the other ones. Anne-Marie Love XX is here with 2,600 subscribers, and she's almost always first in the door. I don't know how she's doing it, to be honest with you. Pedrosa Travel, forgive me, Scratch and PPA is just picking up on the fact that you dropped a super chat that I skipped over there. Forgive me for that. They've done that before. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. For that reason, I'm going to put your channel up next. Now, like I was saying with Anne-Marie Love XX has been first in the door the last handful of streams, and I don't know how she's doing it because I haven't been posting the streams in advance. They pop up. She has to be getting them from the notifications, and is bang right in here. But I do appreciate it, that's for sure. Now, Anne-Marie Love XX, obviously they've got some shorts videos that are really taking off, but when we go to their channel, we're going to see a lot of hauls. We're going to see a lot of... now, this one here, I ran this video but did not watch. I have to be honest with you. I run a lot more videos than I watch. I watch as much as I can, but I don't think anybody's going to be upset about running extra videos, right? Dropping off donations grocery haul is interesting. So that's really cool. And then we see another video here about donating as well. So obviously some serious positivity and generosity in this creator. But I have caught Anne-Marie Love XX several times in live streams. She's usually in the kitchen. Her videos usually look something like what we're seeing here in the ones that I've been in. This is a perfect example, but she's always keeping up with the chat. The conversation can go just about anywhere once we're in there. Now, let me spin the wheel in a second after we get to Pedrosa Travel. And if I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or at mention Superchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. Ernie Lavette Vlog, good to see you in the house. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Good to have you in the house. Pedrosa Travel is here with 828 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 900 subscribers they're thinking about. Now, Pedrosa Travel is going to bring us travel content with a focus on cruising lately, and I see this creator bouncing around in between premieres and live streams for other creators, especially in the cruising community, but they've been incredibly supportive right after coming into the Tuberchat family just a couple of months ago now. I guess it's getting on probably 3 months or longer. Forgive me if I'm mistaken about that, but Pedrosa Travel's already been featured here because of the impact and generosity that they've shown in supporting others and us here ever since coming in. I'm just looking at their shorts videos here, and you can see that these might be starting to move. So hopefully that continues. And then live streams. I'm hoping to catch you on one of these. The latest one was not very long. I'm just going to put that in my catch-up list. And I've got a notification on for the next one you got coming up on Sunday. Hopefully I'll catch that. Let me look at the time on that. Yeah, that's same time as Garden State Gardener Sunday Fun Day. Should be a few hours after us. We're expecting to be here on Saturday and Sunday. We mix up our days and times so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. But Pedrosa Travel, thank you again for the super chat. I really do appreciate that. They've done that before. And like I said, they were recently featured here. Oh, next live is Sunday, yes. Cliff Hefner is coming up. We'll see what they've got going on. I was trying for every other day here, but I can't do Fridays still, so it's better if I stick to what hopefully will be Saturday, Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday for a while. And then when my work season picks up again, we'll move things around again. Mona Did What is in the house. We'll see what they've got going on. They happen to be a member also. I'm going to get them onto the wheel. And Cliff Hefner's here. F.R. Humphrey, forgive me, I didn't welcome you earlier, but oh yes I did. I must have. I've got you on the wheel. Hopefully I did say hello. Scrow's Nest is in the house. Cliff Hefner's a longtime friend, actually. 244 subscribers. There's somebody who's out supporting others all the time. It's a lot of variety here. We see some shorts, and hopefully these are starting to pick up. I see a few views on some of these, which is great. Live streams might be an idea if they pick those back up. And then a brand new video here, quite short, but I'm going to put it in my catch-up list, and then that'll help me keep up with that. But hopefully we'll see some new content shortly. And then let's spin the wheel again. What we'll do right now is go on a break for about 3 minutes, and then we'll come back and look at the next channel. If you haven't had an opportunity to wish a happy birthday to Scratch and Pete PA, I hope you will. And he's our featured channel again for today. Yarning for a Smile, good to see you in the house. The Stock Explorer, are you going live after? Forgive me, I didn't look again, and I've been off my thing here. I only ever look at the group chat when I'm live streaming usually. I miss everything else. We're going to come back in 3 minutes with Come Hither with Heather. All right, we're back and looking at Baron's channel right now. He just dropped a super chat. Forgive me, I think I spun the wheel and I started typing, and what happens when I start typing on the wheel, then I lose whatever channel I just spun for. So if I just ripped off somebody's chance, then hopefully you'll be patient with me. I'm not sure if Scratch and PPA caught that or not. For the life of me, reading the list, I can't figure out what I just said before we went on break either. The Stock Explorer is going to go live after Tuber Chat. I'm not 100% sure of the end time for today. And I did forget something else, pardon me, while I whip a window into the background here. Baron, thank you again for the Super Chat. I really do appreciate that. He's done that countless times. He is a extremely generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. His channel's getting a little bit easier to find. I hope you will search, find, and click on him, but I will put his handle into the chat if you need it to type it out, or copy and paste if you need to. Just because he can be difficult to find a little bit more so than most channels. Nikki D Music and more, good to see you here. And pardon me just for a second. Now, Baron does a lot of posting very frequently. Oh, I see. Interesting. I'm sure Kristen will be happy to see that. Thank you for that. I'm just going to send her something, actually. Pardon me. I'm doing 3 things at once here, and I'm not doing any of them well. Baron just did a shout-out video here. Now, Baron does a lot of shout-outs. Oh, thank you, Scratch and PPA. Forgive me. Come Hither with Heather. I don't know what happened to my mind there. I completely slipped. Come Hither with Heather is going to be the next channel that we look at. I just got to do one more thing in the background here. Pardon me. I know I look like I'm staring off into oblivion. I'll just take one more second here. Hopefully we're set. I can be Kathy Payne, especially when it's almost like I know I'm not talking to myself, but I'm like thinking out loud, and I can hear how ridiculous it sounds at the same time, right? But for those of us who live stream, we all know what it's like to catch a distraction or find that you've forgotten something. So I appreciate everybody's patience. So Baron, thank you for that. I just noticed that they did a shout out for Epilepsy Niagara. That's Kristen Welton in that thumbnail right there. Kristen and I obviously have been together a long time. She can't usually be here on the weekdays because she works, and especially during the month of March, it's Epilepsy Awareness Month, and she runs a non-profit organization that deals with families that are affected by and living with epilepsy. So March is a busy time, but Baron does a lot of shout out videos for a lot of different reasons. They've done one for me, they've done some for some of our friends, but they've done a lot of shout outs, particularly for public figures and celebrities and things like that. They post multiple times a day in shorts videos and live streams. 640 subscribers right now, and I'm hoping we can push them towards the 700 they're thinking about. Thank you for another super chat, Baron. I really do appreciate that. We always put super chatters on the screen right away. Members get added to the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat, but after a little while longer, I will start adding names to the wheel from our chat list, hopefully within the next hour, or half hour to 45 minutes or so. Come Hither with Heather comes to us from from Australia. What they bring to us is paranormal investigations and explorations of abandoned locations more than anything else. 859 subscribers right now. I'm hoping we can push them towards the 900 that they're thinking about. And Come Hither with Heather is another extremely generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. Now, I'm just going to grab the latest video that they've got here, another abandoned location. I've put that in my catch-up list. They actually do a bit more variety on their channel. They've been doing a lot of collaborations lately. They do a lot of live streaming, And I haven't caught one of these in a long time. I hope I do again very soon. They've got some shorts videos, and some of these are starting to get some serious views on them. And then I'm going to hit Werner's Adventures for a second. I'm hoping this summer, if the plan is still on, they're going to actually come and visit Canada, spoiler alert. And if they do, they might come to the Niagara Falls area, and we'll definitely get a meetup. So Werner's Adventures is connected. These creators are partners, and they have similar content on their channel. They're on the road to 1K now, and they do more abandoned location explorations. So I've just taken their latest video and put it in my catch-up list as well, and that will help me keep caught up with both of these creators. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. They're both extremely generous, loyal, and dedicated supporters here in Superchat, and they have been for a long time. So spin the wheel. Songbits lore is coming up next. If anybody would like to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you. If you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Songbits lore is somebody we're still getting to know, but they just came into the Superchat family blazing with generosity. They happen to be a member, and like I keep saying, we put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. 468 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 500 that they're thinking about. They bring us shorts videos as well. Some of these are getting some serious views, which is great. And then I hope to catch you on a live stream. They did one a couple of days ago. I didn't catch that, but hopefully soon we'll get that. And they got a new webcam going, so that's a really cool addition. I know everybody's happy to upgrade equipment. Now, the truth of the matter is, the biggest videos that I've produced, whether on my own channels or other people's channels, were filmed with like an iPhone 4S, some of them as long as 5 years ago, and even 6 almost now. And you know, the truth is, we can use whatever equipment we have, and it is good enough to get what we need. What I would recommend for everybody, I know it's nice to have, you know, nice toys, and you know, hopefully if you can afford it, like, that's great too, but if we can learn to play with the equipment that we have as well as we can, I promise you it's good enough to get rolling. And I would rather see everybody hold off as long as possible before getting into fancy things for video production, because it's not necessary. You know what I mean? And it can start to get really expensive. All of us understand electronics now. We all probably have phones in our pockets, and a lot of us will have tablets and computers and things like that. And boy, is it an expensive habit. Canadian Family Life, thank you so much. Hopefully we'll see you again very soon. We're here 3 or 4 times a week, but we mix up the days and times so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. Songbits Lore will give you more information about their channel on their About page. And now we're going to look at Sacramento, California through the eyes of CaliKing916. We'll see what they've got going on. They often do a lot of live streaming. They started with a lot of videos just kind of showing us a real-world look at Sacramento. They're approaching, they're now over 1,800 subscribers. Goodness. Some of their shorts videos are really starting to kick too. When we hit their videos, we get an idea of the fact that they're taking us outside and showing us around a lot. This is where they started. I watched a lot of these videos when they first came into the Superchat family. But they do a lot of live streaming as well, and I've caught them many times. I didn't catch the latest one a couple weeks ago there, but hopefully I'll catch you again soon. CaliKing916 is a creator that came into the Superchat family quite some time ago. I forget if they said it was on episode number 305. Did you say the other day? And you can imagine it's taken over a year now. They've been with us over a year, because it takes us about a year to go through 200 episodes. CaliKing916 was immediately found out supporting other creators like crazy. When I bounce in between premieres and live streams, I run into them constantly, still to this day. So after all that time, it's great. Yeah, started with an iPhone, says Mona did what? When I started 6 years ago, I had an iPhone 4S, and I refused to upgrade for the longest time. It's not that I like to consider myself cheap, but I do demand value out of every penny spent, right? And when it comes to electronic devices, I use them until they can't be used anymore. I'm very lucky through my adult life. I've acquired a few different computers and things like that, but my 2008 iMac is still running. My 2011 iMac is still running. You know, I use them either for playlists or for minor work, but they still roll. I try to take care of things. But the most popular video that I have produced is not on my own channel. It was done for somebody else. That video is over 800,000 views now. And it still moves. It's going to be the first video that we have done that will cross 1 million views because it's still moving. And it was done with an iPhone 4S. And it was done, I think, 5 years ago. I have to check the timestamp on it. But it was, you know, not... it was done before Superchat. Before any of the 500 streams we've done here. And things like that as well. And hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. So let's spin the wheel. I got to start moving now. We want to get as many channels on the screen in the next hour as we can. The Stock Explorer is going to go live after Tuber Chat, and it should be right on time. The Stock Explorer, I've tried to manipulate that. But they will go live, and the Stock Explorer always has friendly conversation going on their channel, but they will talk to us about the stock market, crypto markets, bank failure meltdowns. Not that I mean to laugh, but boy, is it ever an interesting time right now that we're about to see. But the Stock Explorer will help us make sense of that. And they're going to go live right after Tuber Chat, so we'll be able to continue what we're doing here. You can meet more friends and family members over there, and they always have a lively chat going on. Phyllis Brown is here with 1,400 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 1,500 that they're thinking about. And thank you, I want to know. Thank you both for being here again. Get to the farm, and we'll see you soon again. We expect to be here Saturday and Sunday. Roberta's Artistic Adventures. Good to see you here. Forgive me if I pronounced that wrong earlier. And then Phyllis Brown. Did I just catch you for a live stream earlier today? Yes, I just caught them earlier, and that was coincidence. I'm just going to set notifications, though, because they've got some live streams set up planned. And it's great to set these up all in advance like this. But Phyllis Brown's been an incredible supporter for a long, long time. Let me just read their About page for a quick second. Pardon me. Sharing their passion for inspiring and motivating others. Now, they've got a bit more information on the About page, but you'll get an idea. They do have a lot of variety here, though. You can see what I'm talking about in their videos. I'm just going to hit their shorts for a second here. Yeah, so some of these are starting to move. Anytime shorts start to get over 1,000 views, I think that's great, because I think that's good stuff for the algorithm, and it's only a matter of time before they start to really pick up, right? I think there's production value that is necessary, and what I mean is, sometimes we can be lucky and make a shorts video of, I don't know, lightning or a rainstorm or, God forbid, a car accident or something like that, and you can pick up some views from that, right? But the best performing stuff seems to have some production value, which means time was spent. So I'm experimenting with a lot of shorts now, but one of the things I've begun doing is trying to produce a couple of these things and spend the same amount of time. I'm working on a shorts video right now. I can't believe it's taking hours and hours. It took probably an hour to film or longer. You won't believe it when you see it. But the editing, oh my dear goodness, it's been at least 2 or 3 hours already, because I haven't done that much work on a shorts video before. So you got to get your workflow down. You got to get into the zone, right? But I'm working on that. I'll show everybody when it's done. It'll come out in a couple of weeks or at least a few days as a minimum. MLY Bird Farm, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Pardon me if I've missed anything in the chat that anybody meant for me to see. If I did miss something, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up, or @mention Superchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. Mona Did What is coming up right now. We'll see what they've got going on their channel. I'm going to try to move it a little bit faster so that we can get, like I said, as many channels on in the next hour as possible. I wasn't even watching, but thank you everybody for the well over 100 thumbs up already. This is another like maybe record day, so I really do appreciate that support from everybody. The thumbs up really do help. If you haven't already given one, I hope you will. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I'll appreciate it greatly. And a happy birthday for Scratch and Pete PA. He's celebrating literally today. He put up his birthday edition of the Scratch Challenge videos on Tuesday, but today's actually the day. Mona Did What, 720 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther. And then thank you, Wayne's World Unlimited, and hopefully we'll see you again soon. Saturday and Sunday, I'll probably do 1 to 4 p.m. Eastern, probably. So we'll see. Mona Did What, 720 subscribers. They've been posting frequently as well. I'm just going to take your latest video, put it in my catch-up list right now. Mona Did What is going to make us, is going to bring quilting, sewing, and bag making videos, but they actually do a little bit more when it comes to their crafting. And then as well, they've got some shorts videos here, and some of these are starting to move as we see, and then live stream. So hopefully I'll catch the next one. That's going to be on Saturday at 4 o'clock, so right after Tuber Chat, actually. And let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up here. Mona Did What is with us almost every day. 200 would be a record. That'd be for sure. Roadhog, thank you for the idea. Yeah, 200 would be something else. Kind of overwhelming as it is now to see the support that is here. And this is an example. I hope you can take inspiration from some of the stories that I tell. I know today's a very busy day, so I'm overwhelmed. We're busy every day, but today seems to be overly busy. So I have to race through the thoughts, but I promise you, when you think about your YouTube journey and what you're doing when you're starting out, all the things you wish for, if generosity is at the forefront of your mind and you're thinking about what you can do for other people more than yourself, I promise you, you're going to find generous people, especially here, that are going to be willing to support you way over and above what you had imagined. You know, I started like everybody else, Tuber Chat. You know, I built up 600 or 800 subscribers, whatever it was, before we ever live streamed. And the first live streams only went for an hour, and we only had 20 or 30 channels in the chat, if I even remember right. You know, now over 100 channels come through every single day without fail. And it takes time to build. You know, but I've had days, years even before that, where I'd be on YouTube, and my first premiere, I think nobody ever showed up at all. And then the second one, I remember Bumby Selby, I think the other day, was the first creator to come in Tuber Chat. I remember that It's Me Wanston Yes Honey was the very first creator. He got into the chat before I did. But you remember some of these things, but I promise you, the support you're going to get from people is overwhelming. Mama 4 Boys is an example. They're out supporting people every day, all the time. Every time I'm bouncing in between premieres and live streams, I run into them, and they're here in Tuber Chat now every single day, for which I'm grateful. Now, I do appreciate every moment everybody can spend. I know not everybody could be here every day. I can't stream every day, right? And certainly not for 24 hours. So I certainly appreciate every moment. And I absolutely want everybody to be growing your channel, even when we're not live streaming. So, Mama 4 Boys has some shorts that are really starting to move, but you're going to find a lot of delicious looking content on this channel. Tons of recipes, tons of meal prep, and tons of personal twists on some popular favorites as well. So hopefully everybody will enjoy that. They're approaching 1,100 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther, and then live streams might be an idea to pick up again in the future. We'll see. So let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up on the screen, and we'll see who's coming up next. She Stole My Thunder is another fellow Canadian from the Montreal area. We'll see what they've got going on their channel. They recently updated their avatar and their banner, or at least the banner. Did they do the avatar, or no? Maybe just the banner. They review books, art, and movies. And they've actually updated this a couple of times now. They did a really helpful video the other day talking about Canva and how to make thumbnails. Canva is a popular website and app that is free. I think this is a test. This you'll see something that you'll notice here. See the banner that they've put up. This is fairly new, right? They just put this up within the last couple of weeks. When you do a live stream and don't put a thumbnail on it, your banner for your channel becomes a thumbnail. That's why when you're designing a banner, if you've ever tried or like used some of the graphics programs, you'll notice that they want this big, huge thing for a banner. It's because the aspect ratio is the same as a thumbnail. It's meant to be looked at in different ways on different devices. Sometimes you have your phone in portrait or landscape, sometimes a tablet, same thing, sometimes a computer. We have different size monitors and things like that as well. But She Stole My Thunder may or may not have put that on there as a thumbnail, but it matches the banner, which is cool. A happy birthday shout out for Pete here, which is cool. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. Lots of people, I used to say, I haven't mentioned it in a while, but Scratch and Pete PA is so supportive that I think I've seen more shout outs in different social media posts on different networks, including YouTube, for Scratch and Pete PA than probably anybody else, because he's so supportive of other creators. It just gives you an idea of how supportive he is. But that's wonderful that She Stole My Thunder did that. And this creator will do other helpful videos. They do a lot of reviewing art books and movies, like they say. They also take us outdoors and they give us other helpful videos and stories to be told on their channel as well. They're an extremely generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter, here with us just about every day, and almost 1,500 subscribers now, or that's where they're on their way. And Kathy Payne, yeah, when I talk about Canva, I'll put the name in the chat there. Canva.com is where we can find this free website. It's also an app for iPhone and Android, and they have a ton of templates. As soon as you get in there, you'll notice a lot of the templates that are in there you've seen on a lot of YouTube channels. They're really easy to use. I've done a couple of tutorials for those as well on my personal channel. They're a little bit long-winded, but they do get the job done. But it's really easy to use Canva as inspiration to get some stuff done. You just change the colors, change the text, change the photo if you want to, and you're good to go. So it can be learned to be done very quickly, and after you get the hang of it, it can be done in minutes. So Dutchfly61 is up here. This is another sky watching channel, maybe the only one that I know of that's exclusively sky watching, but 990 subscribers. I'm not sure if they're still in the chat now. Let me just check. We'd love to push them a little bit closer to the 1K we know they're thinking about. Gaming Experience with Kelly. Good to see you in the house. Oh, that's Kelly Bullock from the Bullock Experience with a second channel. So you're going to try to remember that you got 2 channels now. And hopefully everybody will connect with them on both. The Bullock Experience is here with us just about every day as well, and I see them out supporting others. So Dutchfly61 has got a shorts video. I'm sure they'll probably put up some more of those eventually. In the meantime, we'll look forward to some new content from this creator, but they're here with us frequently in TuberChat as well. So obviously a loyal and dedicated supporter, to say the least. Let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up here and see what the J Jordan has got going on. I saw them bowling earlier today. The J Jordan is on like 24 hours a day. They are either supporting people or producing content or hopping in on other StreamYard panels. They're on all kinds of different channels, and they do videos and streams every day of their own. Pardon me for a second while I catch up. Give me, pardon me just for a moment. Okay, forgive me for that. We're looking at the J Jordan's channel right now. Like I said, they're on every day, and they might be doing fitness. They might be producing music. They might have a guitar in hand. Here's some fitness shorts as well. Some of these are starting to move, which is great. They're posting frequently. They're doing video, short streams every day. It's no wonder the rapid growth on this channel to push Over 2,200 subscribers right now. And then, yeah, all that fluff and stuff, thank you for that. Absolutely unnecessary. Very much appreciated, of course, as a thought. All that fluff and stuff's done that many times. I've had a lot of glitching all week with Super Chats. What I've found is I've had to refresh. That was enough to almost do it. Earlier in the week, I had to, like, change accounts and everything, and I don't know why on earth that would be the case, but sometimes these things just don't want to work properly. But again, absolutely unnecessary. Very much appreciated as a thought. They've done that many times before. So the J. Jordan, I caught them bowling today. You see that here. So it's cool that they're taking us out, but otherwise you find them on all kinds of people's channels, and on their own channel they've got a series of shorts now. They're posting like crazy, and then videos where they're either making music like this or they're doing some fitness in different ways. They do all kinds of like working out and stuff. They've always got a lively chat. I bet those shorts are going to start bringing in some subscribers too, along with the views. Look at these, and it's funny because it's hit or miss with these, right? Some shorts get 7 views, some of them are into the thousands. Good for you, man. Jeez. Yeah, the J. Jordan, good stuff. I'm really happy to see that. Look at these getting into the tens of thousands of views now. That's fantastic. So I'm going to spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up onto the screen. Life on YouTube and Twitter. Good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. The J. Jordan, I would love to know how many subscribers are coming in from your shorts videos. Trish the Natural is coming up as well now. Let's see what they've got going on. They are talking to us about natural hair care. You'll see that this is another dynamic host. I'll roll over one of their thumbnails when I get to their channel, or a couple of them, and you'll see that this creator, first of all, has presentation on the forefront of her mind. Bright, bold headshots on her thumbnails with a very professional look, but then you see it's a dynamic host as soon as we get there. She's been at this a long time. With perfect consistency. Now, she will get into other discussions like wigs, weaves, and other beauty and hair care products, but natural hair care is what she's focused on this channel more than anything else. She's been with us a long time and previously featured, of course. 675 subscribers, on the way towards 700, so I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards that milestone. And then let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up here. We're moving a little bit quicker because we want to get through as many channels as we can in the next 45 minutes or so. A little bit longer than that. The Stock Explorer is going to go live. We'll be able to go over to their channel and continue meeting friends and family members the same way we do here. They'll likely have some friendly conversation going on, along with some stock and possibly even crypto talk. And talk to us about what's going on with the banks as well, because it's something a lot of people are keeping an eye on the last week or so. Home Bartending with John has 312 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them towards the 400 they're thinking about. I made a joke earlier because Home Bartending with John is here with us literally every day, for which I'm extremely grateful. And they're usually early in the stream, but because they weren't first in the door today, I was like, let's see if Home Bartending with John is going to make it today. Now, I do appreciate every moment everybody can spend, but this just goes again to speak to what I talk about all the time with the generosity of creators and the fact that people are willing to support you far more than you imagined in the first place when you started your YouTube journey. That goes for all of us. You know, I promise you there is generosity out there far beyond what I can even describe. But Home Bartending with John is here with us every day, and then they're out supporting other creators every day as well. Always extremely supportive. They always engage conversation. On their channel, what they're bringing us is an opportunity to learn how to make some of the most popular cocktails in our own home. You don't have to have a home bar setup quite as elaborate as what Home Bartending with John has got here right now, but he does show us what it takes to keep a bar like this replenished, and the tools that we're going to need to make some of these most popular drinks as well. He also gets into a lot of reviews. You see that, those are what you would expect, and then he makes series of videos like comparing the best vodka or a bunch of low-calorie cocktails or non-alcoholic cocktails, and he's got a lot of shorts videos, and it's great to see that he got on the St. Patrick's Day theme for that as well. So hopefully everybody will enjoy that when you get there. Home Bartending with John also takes requests on his channel. He has done a couple for me already. So we'll spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up on the screen. Ms. QT is in the building. Will come up in another moment. And we'll see what they've got going on for today. And hopefully I'm not missing anything in the chat. If anybody's mentioned something that they meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or at mention Superchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. Ms. QT is in the building, is now on the road to 300. They're getting very close at 291. They've got some shorts videos here, and some of these are really starting to move into the thousands, which is great. Live streaming might be something they're going to continue with, and then videos are something they post somewhat frequently. So hopefully everybody will enjoy that. Ms. QT is in the building, is another creator who's out supporting other creators all the time as well. I run into them when I'm bouncing in between premieres and live streams. So they've got quite a bit of variety here. You can see there's a lot of engaging conversation in their content. Let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up onto the screen. I will very soon add some names to our wheel from our chat list as well. FR Humphrey is going to come up. We'll see what they've got going on. And FR Humphrey is approaching 1,100 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 1,100 that we know they're thinking about. When we get to their channel, we see that they're in Alabama. They create lifestyle content focused on creativity for stress relief, mental and emotional well-being, and fun. So hopefully everybody will enjoy that variety when we get there. We see they've got some shorts videos as well. I'm just going to see how these are moving. Some are into the thousands, which is great. And then videos they post frequently. I'm just going to take a garden update video here and put it into my catch-up list. Ben Cyan Games, did I put you on the wheel? I might not have put you on the wheel earlier. Forgive me for that. Yeah, I did. Yes, I did. You're right there. Okay, let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel coming up. Yeah, it seems that way. Adventure with Outdoor Eagle. They added that thing that they made a big deal of saying, you know, new to me, but I don't see a lot of what we call smaller channels being displayed. When I talk about smaller channels, we only use that term because it's so popular. And it has been for years. That's the only reason. If I made this live stream called, you know, Connection Network, nobody would ever show up. It's just not the way it works. But we use the right terminology, and that's what's popular. YouTube defines in different places the idea of a small channel as anything under 100,000. But here, we're usually the 99% of channels here in Superchat are not, let's say 90% now, are under 10,000. But we're starting to have a few channels that are moving beyond. It's not just because of us, of course. We've got lots of channels that have had 8, 9, 10,000 or even more before even coming to Superchat. But we've also seen channels grow from the beginning, and this is just a small part where we're giving our channels a solid and strong foundation by connecting with each other. Lisa J. Stocks is going to help us make sense of some of our finances as well. Talking about investing, they will introduce us to terminology like dollar cost averaging and dividends when it comes to stock and other investments. Wouldn't it be a wonderful world if we could maximize the impact of the revenue that's going to come in from our investments, and especially our YouTube channels and the businesses behind them as well. So Lisa J. Stocks is going to help with that. They've got some shorts videos also. These are starting to move, which is great. Hopefully they get another couple to pop there. And then they post frequently, and live streams might be an idea for the near future. Hilda DC, I'm not sure if I actually said hello to you. Hilda DC is a dear friend. She's here as a moderator, but I've got her on the wheel. I put you on the wheel as soon as I saw you in the chat at the beginning of the stream. But thank you for being here. Travel or Bust is going to come up next in 3 minutes. All right, we're back and we're looking at travel or bust, and this is another couple of creators who are fairly new to Tuber Chat. We've had this influx lately of travel and cruising content. Some of the channels are travel in general, and then there are some creators who are able to go on cruises enough that they have almost a cruising channel. So Travel or Bust is one that I'm still getting to know, and they're sitting right now at 900 subscribers, so officially on the road to 1K. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther. They're out supporting other creators all the time as well, and this community of cruising creators is really something. They've got a really tight-knit community. They're getting into things like raid waterfalls, where what they're doing is, you know, one creator does, we used to call them love parades and things like that. Somebody goes live right after, somebody goes live right after. They start to schedule these things out. It's a really cool thing to be able to do. In another 45 minutes from now, we're going to go over to the Stock Explorer and raid them. They're going to go live right after Tuber Chat. We'll be able to continue meeting more friends and family members when we're over there. Now, Travel or Bust has some shorts videos, and some of these are starting to really move, which is great. Hopefully that continues. A lot of videos. I'm going to take the latest video, which is a balcony room tour. This is going to be really cool because I worked on a cruise ship just one time in one summer. It's not as common for Canadians to work on cruise ships as it would be somebody who lives near one of the ports in the United States, but I did get the chance to do it for one summer. And our rooms are, you know, interior rooms. I think we had the window, but no, you know, certainly wouldn't have balcony, not for staff and things like that, unless it's the cruise director. But I haven't seen yet a tour. I'm gonna look forward to looking at this video, like watching this video, to see what it's like with the balcony. The question is always, are you gonna use it? You know, because on a cruise, the rooms are so small, I think most people would spend as little time as possible in the room. There's a million things to do on a cruise ship. That's why I love the idea so much. But if you are going to spend any time in the room, a balcony would be a nice idea. I just wonder whether it gets used as much as we think or not. I'll enjoy that, and I'm looking forward to getting to know the channel better. I did add a couple of names onto the wheel. Deborah's Journey is coming up. I can tell you one thing that I learned a long time ago, fallen Arkansas veteran. Now, I think in almost all cases, cruise ships now travel in pairs. It's like a buddy system, right? So the idea is, I think cruise ship, you know, sinking is a very rare occurrence because technology gets better, the captains get better, they've got a lot of history, even the officers and the rest of the crew, everybody knows what they're doing, and there's so much history to learn from. They are militant when it comes to the idea of safety. As an example, I worked on a cruise ship in the summer of 1996. It's that long ago. And while I was there, they had us go through training for, like, if a terrorist attack was to come. We had to have a drill one of the weeks that I was on the ship. I was only there 4 months, and we had to, somebody came and put something on the ship as it's a part of the training mission that was meant to be like, what if there was a bomb or something like that, and everybody, you know, had to go through the training. But they're crazy about the idea of making sure that everybody's right on top of everything. When I talk about the buddy system, the ships travel in pairs, so there's always 2 ships at least going to the same destination at the same time. So no ship is off on its own that I know of, and that was that long ago, so things have probably even gotten better. But that's just an idea. I understand, you know, different fears like deep water and stuff like that. I definitely have my sea legs. I got, you know, seasick one of the weeks badly. It just makes you feel terrible, and you sleep it off and you're good the next day. But other than that, what a wonderful experience. Oh, yeah, it makes sense, though, fallen Arkansas veterans. I've seen people who are, like, afraid of snakes. If a snake comes on the television, they freeze and can't move, and I'm kind of amazed by it, but I understand. That's like me with heights now. I fell off a ladder once. It was only about 17 feet, and I didn't break anything, but I sprained my legs and both my ankles and was on crutches for, like, 6 weeks, and I just don't do ladders anymore. Not for not for anybody for any reason. Deborah's Journey, 479 subscribers. I'm just going to take one of their latest videos. They're going to help us with some budgeting, including cash stuffing challenges. I'm taking the latest video and putting it into my my catch-up list. That'll help me keep caught up. And I'm really happy that we've got a lot of creators. We've got a good handful now, a couple of handsful, that are helping us to get value out of the money that we have, and then save money and make the most of our income and investments when we have them. So hopefully everybody will enjoy that, and they're going to bring us some hauls as well. They've got some shorts videos. I'm just going to see how these are doing. They're getting into the thousands of views, which is great. And Sam's Vlogs and Trains, Sam's Vlogs, Trains and More is here. He did a premiere earlier today. I caught it late, but I reran it. Fallen Arkansas Veterans is coming up next. And I've got Sam's Vlogs, Trains and More on the wheel now. So Fallen Arkansas Veterans, let's see what you've got going on for the channel today. And on crutches and climb ladders, Roadhog. I'm lucky that I just don't have to. I mean, like, I don't know what I'd do if there was a situation where I had to, but I've tried to set myself up where I don't have to. My full-time job, I work outdoors 3 days a week during the good weather months, and luckily the guy that I work with likes to do the harder part of the work. It's just usually the two of us, but sometimes we have one or two more people. But when we do work, it's not like he says, okay, you do the hard part and I'm going to watch. It's the opposite. He does the harder part of the work. He enjoys it, which is mind-blowing to me, but it keeps me off ladders, so I'm okay for now. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. Sam's Vlogs, Trains and More, I've got you on the wheel. There you go, Roadhog. And then, actually, we have a channel dedicated just to our work. And that's how I started on YouTube 6 years ago, was starting with his channels. I didn't start mine until a year later, and filming our work. Pardon me, Sam's Vlogs, Trains and More is ready to go. Fallen Arkansas Veterans has 333 subscribers right now. Now, I know your latest, let me just look at the live streams for a second. I don't know if they're going to continue those. I'm going to take another video, and I'm going to put this in my catch-up list. But they have information on their About page here. So they're honoring fallen Arkansas veterans within a 60-mile area from where they live. They hold a ceremony each year and honor the families and the loved ones for who they lost in the Vietnam and Korean War. I think you changed that, am I right? And hopefully everybody will enjoy the content that you see on this channel. Fallen Arkansas Veterans here with us almost every day, and I see them out supporting others also. So we'd love to push them towards the 400 subscribers that they're thinking about. We'll spin the wheel, and we'll get another channel up on the screen. And then Frasball Collects is coming up. They come to us from the UK, and they talk to us about numismatic collectible coins. They have a series of videos, and this is very similar to what Scratch and Pete PA is going on. Now, Frasball Collects has got shorts that they've been doing now, and actually some of these are starting to move, I see, which is great. But Frasball Collects has a video series that is perfectly consistent. You can see when I roll over the videos, you get an idea of what they're doing here. They're talking to us about these collectible coins. These are very popular. I think most countries we probably recognize these, even though some of them might be distributed in different regions or different areas in different ways. But Frasball Collects does one thing perfectly consistently, and the reason why I mentioned Scratch and Pete PA, it's his birthday, so if you haven't had a chance to wish Scratch and Pete PA a happy birthday, I hope you will. But this is an example of another channel that works with perfect consistency. They do one thing extremely well all the time. We see the channel growing, and we know exactly what to expect when we get there. Now, I'm hoping we can push them towards the 1,100 subscribers that they're thinking about. Frasball Collects is another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter here in the Tuber Chat family. I did add a couple of names to the wheel, by the way. Kathy Paina is on there, and Adventures with Outdoor Eagle is on the wheel. Yeah, could you imagine Sam's Vlogs, Trains and More? hey, if somebody wanted to offer me 20 grand to do a roof, I might reconsider, but I haven't done any of that. And the only roofing work that I've had to be involved in where I did not go on a ladder, I wouldn't wish on anybody, because what happens is, like, so I just work with a guy with a truck. He's got a couple of trucks, but, you know, it was a driveway sealing company that does a lot of construction. We get into asphalt and concrete now. There's a lot more of that than driveway sealing now. And driveway sealing, by the way, is something that happens in Canada. I know it doesn't happen everywhere. We put the same kind of tar that the asphalt is made of on top of it, like a coating, for different reasons. But when we look at things like roofing and stuff like that, because he's a small business, what happens is people will call for just about anything. His company's literally called Do It All Sealing. So if you want something done like minor plumbing, electrical, indoor renovations, like minor plumbing or drywall and tiling and things like that, we can do that too. But roofing is something that we only get calls after a horrible storm and there's like 1 or 2 shingles missing, and you know, it's not worth calling a big company to do, but at the same time nobody in a small company wants to do it. Christmas lights on the roof, not happening. Kelly Bullock, yep, no, I haven't had to do that in a while either. I actually live in an apartment, so I don't have to do that. Kristen puts up a beautiful tree, but we don't have anything outside. Jeremy D-Day is here as somebody who's been an incredible supporter for over 3 years now, since before Tuber Chat was even a thought, actually, with 662 subscribers. Now, they do a lot of different variety on their channel, on both of their channels, as a matter of fact, and shorts videos are something they've posted also. Some of these have really started to pop. They've been at this a long time, but I'm going to get down to their original channel, JD Knight 7. They've got over 6,500 subscribers here. They're on the road to 6,600 now. They've put up quite a few videos in the last couple of weeks. I'm just going to take the latest one for Metallica review, and I'm going to put this in my catch-up list. JD Knight 7, you can imagine, is a loyal and dedicated supporter. After 540 episodes of Tuber Chat, is still coming back to support, first of all, me and us. He supports on all of my channels, and I see him out supporting other creators as much as he can all the time. No matter how busy he is, he does that as well, so I really do appreciate that. And let's spin the wheel. Heights have always bothered me, though. They, I don't know what it is about that. I remember, I vaguely remember having to do swimming lessons and diving, and not wanting to dive off the high diving boards and things like that. Yeah, I don't like it. You know, if there was some reason why some family needed me to get onto a ladder, of course I would do it. But otherwise, no, not happening. Not for any amount of money, work, things like that. It's not necessary. Somebody else is better trained to do that. Not to mention, in Canada, we got serious rules about that. We have a thing called working at heights. You have to have gear. You have to have safety cabling and hard hats and other equipment and stuff I haven't even bothered to look into. And there's serious repercussions if you don't, as a matter of fact. So it's no joke here. So there's people better trained for that than I ever would be. Shark Gaming Squad with Jory is here. They've been with us frequently as well. So they've got a few shorts. Hopefully they keep these up. Live stream might be an idea for the near future, and then hopefully they'll put up some more content for us shortly. But they're here with us frequently. Hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. Obviously a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. And then I'll spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up on the screen in a second. Oh, goodness, yeah, 30 feet. Oh, actually, you know what? See, I forget this story. There's a story I probably never told here. And in the summer, when I worked on the cruise ship, we went to a beach. It was in, am I thinking the story right? Yes, in Bermuda. And there was a rock, like a big, huge rock out in the middle of the water. And it was I don't know, a couple of 100 feet, maybe 100 yards at the most away from the beach. But the rock, if I could guess, was about 30 feet high. And we were all jumping off, right? Everybody was like diving off it or whatever. I did it too, and I belly flopped. And oh my dear goodness, I was very lucky because my best friend on the cruise ship that I was hanging around all the time, we were swimming, like there's a big group of us. He was an Olympic swimmer. So he had to like almost carry me back to the beach. It was a horrifying experience. So that on top of everything else. I forget that all the time, but yes, when I think about heights, it's starting to come back to me now in a horrifying way. So It's D is also going to help us with our finances, and I say this about a couple of these channels, but I'm happy that we've got a good influx of financial channels in the Superchat family now, because they are going to help us maximize the impact of the revenue that we're going to bring in, especially when we're thinking about monetization, right? Whether it's the income we already have, or whether the businesses or YouTube channels that we're building are going to start bringing in different streams of income, they can help us get the most value out of that. And a lot of this comes down to budgeting. Some of it comes down to cash stuffing, these challenges that they do, or the idea of being able to save up for specific things. You know, it's a heartbreaking thing. You might be saving up for something that you feel is like important, a major purchase, let's just say, and then, you know, one Friday or Saturday night, you might just be tired, you've had enough, and, you know, especially if we're thinking about budgets and that, and I promise, I know just as well as everybody what it's like to need money. Not so much today as in the past, but I'm just saying. And, you know, Friday night comes around. You know you should cook. You know you should save a few dollars, but you just go to KFC anyway, blow the budget, and now you got to put off the major purchase because you spent $40 or $50 on a dinner that you didn't have to, that kind of a thing, right? But It's D can help us make sense of that and maybe prevent some of those splurges as well. Cash stuffing is something that can be meant, you know, different people do it in different ways, but one of the ideas is if you have a few major purchases that you want to make, or things you have to save up for, or financial obligations, you can set up different envelopes or containers for those. Jars are a good idea as well. You put certain amounts of money in each jar every week or every month to build up, and then when it's time for that major purchase, you can handle it when it comes, right? It's an idea. Corinne's Life is in the house as a member and a moderator as well, just like Sam's Vlogs, Trains, and More. Let's get her onto the wheel. I was wearing your shirt on Tuesday, I think. My Corinne's Life t-shirt is one of my favorite t-shirts, if not my favorite one. I had not realized in all that time, too, I forget if I said anything about it, the t-shirt that she had given me. Sometimes you wear a t-shirt, and this is a big thing, especially, I think, for men more so than women, with the cuts of the shirts. I've printed a few t-shirts, so I understand a little bit about the different styles. But you see how a t-shirt can, like, hug the arms a little bit? Sometimes when you get those unisex shirts, they fly out here like wings or something like that. And the one that Corinne's Life picked out is far better than the ones that I picked out when I got my stuff for those Thrive Together shirts or whatever. But it's interesting. So Corinne's Life prints a lot of that as well. Yeah, buy gold and silver. Yes, the Stock Explorer is saying, because right now when we look at the idea of possible bank meltdowns and stuff like that, people are moving to crypto, but there's a lot of people still skeptical about that. But, and I know there's different opinions about precious metals. I'm a believer in precious metals, like silver and gold in particular. The right stuff, though. You can't just buy any silver or any gold and have it be worth money. You have to learn about this stuff a little bit. But it can be a safe play. It's certainly not meant to be an aggressive growth strategy, but we can talk about that when we get over the Stock Explorers in another half hour or 20 minutes. Adventures with Outdoor Eagle is here for the first time. Now, I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream, but what I'm going to do is take your longer video here. I'm going to put this in my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is, after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list. I'll watch your video in full. I'll leave you a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. I will give you a thumbs up, subscribe, and turn your notification bell on. That should help our connection stick, and then hopefully have our notification bell on as well so you don't miss our further live streams. We're usually here 3 or 4 days a week, but we mix up the days and times so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. Thank you, FR Humphrey. I'm going to start really racing through channels because I know my speeches, I can't help myself. My speeches get pretty lengthy here. All that fluff and stuff's been added to the wheel. I will get through as many channels as I can in the next 20 minutes before we go over to the Stock Explorer. They will already be live. They'll start their live before we get over there, and I'll leave this live stream running for a few extra minutes, but we'll be able to go over there and keep meeting friends and family members the same way that we are here in Superchat as well. Kathy Payna has 421 subscribers. This is another creator who seems to be here with us every day. I'm just taking their latest video and putting it in my catch-up list. That will help me keep caught up with them. There's lots of information about what they're doing here. Aloha Freedom Tours Hawaii on their About page. They've got a shorts video. Hopefully they continue those. Live streams might be an idea that they'll pick back up in the future. And 421 subscribers means we'd love to push them halfway on the road to that magical 1K. We'll try to get them towards 500. And Hilda DC is coming up, another one of our beloved and dedicated moderators. All the moderators on this channel are dear friends of each other and dear friends of mine. They have been for a long time. They all have different channels and they all do different things. But one of the things they all have in common is an overwhelming sense of generosity. And for that reason, you'll be able to meet more friends and family members on any of their channels when you visit them for premieres and live streams. You got to move this live stream, Hilda. This is a live stream I think she set up and then ended up coming on live randomly right after. Maybe that one didn't hook up. And just in case anybody doesn't know how to do that, so what you do in most cases is if you click the Go Live button for your channel, you're going to get an opportunity here for YouTube to ask you, do you want to go live now or later? You just say later, and then you can answer any of these questions. It doesn't matter. It'll give you a chance to manage the streams that you've got set up already, and sometimes you'll see one that is just lingering. And pardon me, I know I'm speaking ridiculously. I'm racing through what I'm talking about here. But Hilda DC, I caught her for the live stream she meant to do that day, but it hooked up in a different way. Now, Hilda DC posts frequently, almost every day at some times. She does a lot of live streaming. Some of that is with StreamYard panels, and some of that is with people joining her. Sometimes she joins other people on their channels. She also does a lot of mukbang-style product reviews and taste test challenges, weird food combos, and she introduces us to a lot of things we might not have otherwise seen. In Canada, we seem to only get ever about 10% of the flavors of different popular products that are out there, but Hilda DC goes through a lot of different things, everything she can find basically. Now, the biggest thing I can say about this particular creator, though, is that she is one of the most encouraging creators that I've met in my 6 years on YouTube, or close to it. She has positive affirmations flowing constantly from the creator herself through special effects in her videos, and she even gets Nightbot involved. But she is just always motivating, always inspiring, an incredibly strong-willed creator, and somebody who's always encouraging others. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with her. She is fully monetized, lots of ways to support her, including super chats and memberships when we get there. I've joined her on her channel a couple of times for these live streams that she's done with panels. Let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up on the screen. If anybody would like to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. The Stock Explorer is up right now. This is the channel we're talking about. We're going to go over there in another 15 minutes or so, maybe 20 actually. I'll take a few more minutes to get a few more channels on the screen. But they're going to go live right after Tuber Chat, and then we can raid in, and anybody can continue to meet friends and family members over there. The Stock Explorer is here as a member and a moderator. They're fully monetized, lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. They are closing in on 1,600 subscribers. They're going to bring us the stock markets and crypto markets in a level-headed and down-to-earth way. And they do that through shorts, videos, and live streams with everything from beginner tutorials to advanced topics like NFTs and options trading. They got a lot of shorts videos here. Some of these have really picked up, and they often have product in hand as well. Sometimes they have charts and graphs to see. Sometimes it's friendly conversation. I actually joined them on their channel a few weeks ago for a 2-hour talk about YouTube. When you look at Tropical Buzz at the bottom of their page, that's a second channel they've got going on. They happen to be in Florida, and in the coming next month or two, they're going to start growing a lot of different things, but also educating us about plant life and some of the things that are already there. They're getting involved in seed swaps and things like that as well. And we'll spin the wheel. Corinne's Life is going to come up right now. They're here as a member and a moderator as well. If you're wondering to yourself why the live stream has slowed down today, one of the things I've been experimenting with, because we've been going like up to 3 hours. The other day we went for 3.5 hours. It's too much. My voice can't take it 4 days a week. So, I have to try to reel that back. What I've done is halfway through the stream gone and made it unlisted. So it's still there. Anybody with the link or wants to hit the reverse can go back and get to it, but it won't easily be found by newer people coming in. There won't be so much of a flood of channels coming in. I know that might sound weird. Why would you want to slow your live stream down? But again, Tuber Chat's been overwhelmingly busy, and it comes down to whether my voice can actually handle it or not. So the stream will still be there afterwards. I'll make it public as soon as we're done. But today I think I did it a little bit early. So for the next one, we'll try doing it in the third break instead of the second break and see what happens. But that's an idea. And then I'm going to add some names to the wheel from the chat list in a second here. Let's see who's still with us. All that fluff and stuff is already there. Kat Lynn's going to be added. If there's anybody listening or watching that hasn't already been on the wheel or the screen and isn't spying for another growth stream right now, then just please let me know, and we'll get you onto the wheel right away. It's an inside joke for some of our lurkers out there who I know are there. Corinne's Life has almost 2,100 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards that milestone. They bring us everything that encompasses Corinne's life. Now, she gives us a wonderful look at the home life behind the channel, but this can be anything from vlogs to travel to hauls to product reviews, and she happens also to be a small business owner, and what she does is prints everything from hats to shirts to mugs, including the one I've got in front of me right here, and anything that can be printed. So it's wonderful that we have a channel like this that can show us a behind-the-scenes look at the value of the merchandise that's made, but then be used as a resource when it's time for us to think about merchandise for our own channels and businesses. So I hope everybody will connect with her if you haven't already. She's an incredibly generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter, and again, here as a member and a moderator, fully monetized, and we can support her in many ways when we get there. Roadhog, I've got you on the wheel. Pardon me, I'm not drinking enough. And we'll see what Roadhog's got going on right now. Kat Lynn, like I said, I got you on the wheel. If anybody's listening or watching that hasn't been on the wheel or the screen, just please let me know. The Stock Explorer, if you don't mind, hopefully you'll go. It might even be a couple minutes early now. Roadhog has an interesting thing that they say on their About page. So when you read this, they say everything in their videos was found in the trash. So what I'm gathering from this channel, because I'm still getting to know them, is that they are refurbishing things that they are finding and either getting use out of them. I'm not sure if they're getting them ready to... I say fully monetized. The word fully is just some filler word I picked up out of nowhere and started using as a habit. I say fully monetized. It doesn't mean anything. Monetized is monetized. I don't know why I say that, but I just continuously keep saying that. Some creators are monetized, but you always have the option to put super chats, super thanks, super stickers and memberships, as well as now we can do shopping, which is merchandise. When you get 10,000, you get into giving, which is charity, and there's other things as well, right? I don't know why I say fully monetized, but it's just part of my speech. But there are a few channels that have either, it's usually that they have super chats on, but not memberships. But I keep saying it because I see the join button, so I know they're monetized. Once in a while, I might skip over a channel and not say that they're monetized because I forget for a quick second when I don't see the join button. But that's just an idea. But it's just a silly thing that I say. Kathy Payne, so forgive me for that. And Roadhug, I'm looking forward to this mail call video. This looks like it's going to be something cool. I'm assuming that's a gift then, and product review, so that'll be cool to see. 325 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther. And then, yeah, all that fluff and stuff, there might be glitches. Whenever there's glitches with stuff on YouTube, I always have this little glimmer of hope that maybe some new feature's coming or some new expansion or something like that. Usually they fix everything within a couple of weeks, but I've had trouble with Super Chats all week. I don't know why. Ali's Crafts Pursuits is here with 1,100 subscribers, on the way towards 1,200 now. She's been a dear friend for a long, long time. I actually caught her for a live stream today. And this is an example of what I'm talking about. Now, I don't, maybe it's been a month. I don't know when the last time was without looking. So 9 months ago, it says, was the last time I caught you on a stream. And I guess this is the first one you've done in a while. But I noticed that my home feed, and forgive me, Ali's Crafts Pursuits, will come back in a second here. If I go to the home page and I start looking at the channels that are here now, typically just Jason Keto, First Floor Audio, they're both live. I see them all the time. But you might start seeing in your home feed now some channels that you haven't seen presented for a long, long time, and you'd be like, oh, I forgot about this, I forgot about that, I haven't seen them in a while, that kind of thing, right? Here's the Stock Explorers link, so I'm going to start dropping that, and I'll pin it now. Oh, that's really cool. Roadhog, I don't know that channel yet, but that's cool that you've got a generous friend willing to do that. Let's pin the link for the Stock Explorer. They should be ready to go, but actually, Nora, if you don't mind, you should hop on like any minute now. I guess it doesn't matter. I'm going to let this stream run for an extra 3 minutes, but it's always better to be on early just so that people come over as opposed to leaving, if that makes sense. Ali's Crafts Pursuits, forgive me, we're looking at her content. Now, she's got a really interesting series of videos because she found a way not only to bring us crafting and video games, but she actually has video games of crafting. And that I thought was out of control. Now, I'm always curious to see what kind of games are out there. I'm no like major, gamer 24 hours a day or anything like that, but I'm a computer programmer as well in a roundabout sort of way. But I have made some really awful games that I'm never going to show anybody on the App Store, but I expect to get back into those within the next year or so. And I was kind of amazed to see Ali's Crafts Pursuits have this game called Cross Stitch World, and it's literally bringing the world of crafting into video gaming. So they can make a game of anything now. And Ali's Crafts Pursuits has been a dear friend for a long, long time, a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter with shorts, videos, and live streams. And the shorts have started to really move. You've got a couple of these into well over 1,000, which is great. Ben Sai and Games is coming up now. We'll see what they've got going on. Ben Cyan Games, and he's got 3,300 subscribers. Ben Cyan Games is somebody who's with us frequently, and we'd love to push him a little bit farther to his next milestone. He's got shorts videos, and some of these have started to move, but moderators will know what I'm talking about when I roll my eyes there. Some of the glitches that we see on YouTube, if we want to call them that. Ben Cyan Games, though, is a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter here with us frequently, so they happen to be on right now. and they often live stream. We've rated them a couple of times, but they bring us video gameplay more than anything else, and now they're expanding into different content. They've got some talking head videos. That's a bar chart race there, and see, I'm racing too fast, so I'm tripping over the things that I see. Stock Explorer's probably laughing. And we'll spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up onto the screen and see what Big Guinea Pig Love has got going on. You notice that the speeches change once in a while. Sometimes details are left out when I notice something. I try to let everybody know, like, you know, I certainly don't see everything. I'm sure I miss as much as anybody, but I'm watching, and I do catch a lot. The gaming experience with Kelly is Kelly Bullock from the Bullock Experience. Forgive me for not already putting your channel up. But, you know, like when it comes to some of the things like I've got in my mind that, you know, I'm talking about, especially the moderators, you know, I'm going to try to avoid mentioning that stuff because I'm not going to put focus on it. You know, I've seen some interesting things go on. I don't want to talk about it too much. Big Guinea Pig Love is up here right now. Another long time, now it's a long time friend. They've been with us for quite a while. I'm just going to take one of their latest videos here, put it in my catch-up list though, because I can see I'm behind. Now, Big Guinea Pig Love is an interesting channel because they, I think everybody can use a little bit of positivity. And there's a couple of channels that we have in the Tuber Chat family that literally can't do anything but bring a smile to your face, something cute or fun to look at. Big Guinea Pig Love has been this way since coming into the Tuber Chat family. They've got some shorts videos. Obviously, some of these are really going to start to get popular, and they're moving into the thousands now. But Big Guinea Pig Love, we're going to be able to follow these 4 furry friends, and it's been a while since I gave the speech, but let me see if I can remember. Butter, Coco, Poe, and Nugget, and we're going to be able to follow them on their adventures. Some are very short, some are a little bit longer, and I'm looking forward always to seeing what they're going to come up with next, but they're over 1,300 subscribers right now. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther. Via Speaks Royally, I finally caught for a live stream today. I guess it's been a while since I caught them, but they had another engaging live stream going on as well. And Via Speaks Royally, more than anything else, is going to talk about the royal family. They always have engaged conversation going on, and they stay up to date and well-versed on their subject, so they're able to lead that conversation. They're fully monetized as well. Super Chats and memberships available when we get there, and they're approaching 4,000 subscribers right now. They do a lot of live streaming. They bring some shorts that bring a lot more variety to the channel, but we see these are getting into the thousands as well, which is great. I'm happy to see a lot of creators in the Tuber Chat family starting to really have some success with shorts. We've got a few creators that have really blown a couple out of the water, but I think that the magic there is in, or the idea is in building a catalog, just like I always talk about with all of our content. You're not there to do 1 or 3 or 10 or try to do one that everybody likes. We're here to make 100 and then see how we feel about it and learn along the way. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. Most often they're talking about the royal family. They've had a busy couple of months, but there's always activity going on in that subject, you can imagine. Sam's Vlogs Trains and More is coming up. He did a premiere earlier today. I've been impressed with how many videos Sam's Vlogs Trains and More has been putting out, as a matter of fact. Every time I'm on his channel, there's a handful. I'm always behind. And he's really been aggressive about producing content. So Sam's Vlogs Trains and More has 1,700 subscribers. He's well on the way now towards 1,800. I'm hoping we can push him a little bit farther. I'm going to grab another video and put it in my catch-up list here. Now, Sam has got a few shorts videos as well. Let's see what he's got going on here. These are getting into the thousands, which is great. And then live streams. Now, he has a lot of train videos on his channel. Those can be of the trains themselves or the stations. He might be indoors or outdoors, taking a look around, taking a trip, or giving us tips and tricks. But he also does unboxings, product reviews, and a lot of live streaming. The live streams often involve these Q&A sessions or trivia that he often plays with the chat as well, which is really cool. Sometimes it's a channel update and a chance to get to know Sam, but again, he's a member and a moderator here, and all of our moderators are dear friends of each other as well as with me. So, You'll always be able to meet more friends and family members with any of them because they all have an overwhelming sense of generosity. Happy birthday one more time, Scratch and PPA. I know I've said it 100 times, but you know, Scratch and PPA is an incredible supporter, both to me and to us. And you know, I can't even imagine what Tuber Chat would have been like if he hadn't been here doing what he does all the time. He truly is a shining jewel in the Tuber Chat family, and so unbelievably supportive to so many creators. So I'm gonna go and watch that shout out from She Stole My Thunder as well. Kat Lynn is up right now. I didn't realize we didn't put your channel up the other day. I think it was your turn, but you weren't here, if I'm right, the other day. Now, I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream. Oh, we should have connected already. Look at this. I either made a mistake and didn't hit the subscribe button, or we lost that connection, but I'm just going to hit it right now then and put the notification bell on. But, because I can make mistakes as much as anybody else. I don't know if I don't know if I've actually lost a couple connections lately, or if it's because when I'm doing what I'm doing, I'm racing too fast, and I might have skipped over that, but I didn't mean to. So I'm just going to grab another video. I'm going to put this in my catch-up list, and actually I'm going to grab two more. I'll grab the latest one that you've done. I know it's shorter, but I'll grab this one as well. I'll put them both in my catch-up list, and then I'll get another couple of videos watched. Oracle readings with Kat Lynn, so I'm looking forward to more of what you're going to come up with here. I'm going to get a chance to see those now, and then quite a bit of information on the About page as well. Hopefully we can push them towards the 400 that they're thinking about. I'll spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up here. I should drop the link for the Stock Explorer again. And it's pinned, but hopefully everybody will come around. They are live right now. We can go and hop in there. We'll redirect after. We'll all go over there together and raid. The gaming experience with Kelly is coming up. This is Kelly Bullock from the Bullock Experience. And this is another brand new channel. So what I'm going to do, I know it's a short video, but we'll take our chances. I'm going to put that in my watch later list. I'll just subscribe right now, but usually I don't do that. It doesn't matter. I'm going to go over the video shortly anyway. But this is the Bullock Experience with a brand new gaming channel. So we're looking forward to seeing what they're going to come up with here. And this is the creator we're talking about. The Bullock Experience has been a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter for a long, long time here on Tuber Chat. I see you've changed up your front page and the banner, actually. I guess that's a newer banner now. Oh, so I see you put that video on both channels here. One thing now you're not going to strike yourself, but you just want to be careful if that's the exact same video. Forgive me for not noticing whether that was exactly the same or not. I'm just going to take another video here and put this into my catch-up list though for you. And hopefully I'll catch you on a live stream again soon. It's been, 2 weeks again. And then they've got some shorts videos that are moving, which is great. And we'd love to push them towards the 700 that they're thinking about. So there you go. All that fluff and stuff from Australia. Save the best for last. Is that the story today? Please don't forget to give me a thumbs up on the way out. Give the Stock Explorer a thumbs up on the way in. I'll come over there as well in another 3 minutes. We'll leave this live stream running. All that fluff and stuff comes to us from Australia and started by bringing us water-based activities, snorkeling, reef fishing, mud crabbing, and a lot of cooking videos started to come up on the channel, especially in live streams, collaborations with others. They've been producing a lot of content lately, and then expanded the content on the channel as well. So I'm looking forward to seeing what you've done lately. I know I'm behind. Lots of shorts videos. And actually, all that fluff and stuff, I actually took a page out of your book. I know I said it many times. All that fluff and stuff came to us with the idea of using shorts videos to promote long-form videos. And I know other people were doing it, and it's an idea that now has become something even the biggest YouTubers talk about. But if you'll notice, all that fluff and stuff, if you get a chance to see what I've been doing on my personal channel lately, what I'm trying to do now is finally get some videos out, because I've been way behind. But I'm putting out videos, and what I'm trying to do is make a shorts video that can be used as a trailer for those videos. And the reason why is because the shorts video itself might carry. It could be used as a trailer, which has its own benefit. But because it's a trailer, as people come to a premiere or live stream, but let's say premiere, and see that trailer, it keeps that shorts video getting a little bit of tiny activity. And I just want to see how that works. But that came basically from your idea. So I'm trying to expand on that now. It hasn't done too terribly, but I'm just curious to see that. But it's great that everybody can influence each other. And all that fluff and stuff now is approaching 2,800 subscribers. Thank you, everybody, for the time that you spent. I really do appreciate every moment. Everybody can be here. I know not everybody could be here every day or for 2.5 hours every time we stream, but I do appreciate every moment. We're back on Saturday and Sunday, probably at 1 p.m. both days. Right now, we're going to go over to the Stock Explorer. I hope everybody enjoys their St. Patrick's Day, and we will see you after that. Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye.